Thunderstep Gaming.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Thunderstep Gaming.
We have some more paper perjury for you this evening.
That is correct. We're gonna be doing more refuting of statements that are contradictory or lying, because that's what we do here as a police clerk.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Police clerks are, as we all know, the people who handle interrogation. You know, that's their job.
Yeah, obviously. We also learned last time that police can just arrest anybody who they suspect for any reason.
If they have the mildest hint that you might not be totally honest, they're gonna arrest you. Sorry.
Yeah, if you refuse to speak to them without a lawyer, grounds for arrest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But hey, this guy does have a lawyer, so at least we're not breaking that rule. He does have a defender in there.
That is good. Right.
Shall we get right in?
Yeah.
I have the chat open here. Restream is up, yeah?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So yeah, I will be reading the chat, and I have the Steam guide up in case we need it. Hopefully we won't.
Did you need it? I think you told me you did.
I needed
right?
it in the odd patch. If we come to any of them and I remember it, I'll say, but I don't remember exactly where.
Mm-hmm.
But I know there were like one or two, I think in case 3, where I was just like, what the fuck? This is some bullshit. When I actually read the guide's instructions, and I was like, no way I would have figured that out.
Mm-hmm.
Expect strange suspects from my end, says Philip. Yeah, Philip was suspecting police officers last time.
Yeah. Okay, speech should be coming through.
He did. Yeah, it is. He did suspect the chef at one point, but then again, since he suspected everyone else, I'm not going to give him props.
I don't think that counts.
Yeah, if you just say, I suspect everyone, then getting it right isn't really like a win.
Load slot 1, Sunday, the 16th of April, 3:30 p.m. Majesty Police Precinct number 5 viewing room.
All right, so last time we arrested the chef because he refused to...
Legally?
Yeah. Because he refused to speak to us without a lawyer because he lied about something. He lied about going to Chandra's room. Chandra was the maid who was attacked and almost killed in the morning. We know from case 1 that she was in cahoots with the thief because they wanted to, and it wasn't a professional thief or anything. They just wanted to steal the money because the guy was embezzling or something.
Yeah, they said he was embezzling, and we know he went into Chandra's room and took a file.
He took something, and Oliver, the chef, also went into her room for something, but he didn't want to tell us that. We know that from Mr. Eubank's statement. So, now that we are all caught up, let's continue.
Justina left Aaron. Here I am again, outside the interrogation room, right, Aaron? Justina left Aaron. I took the opportunity on the way over to clean out my notes, right, Aaron? Say, Justina left Aaron. I took the opportunity on the way over to clean out my notes, right, Aaron?
Yeah, sorry, Philip did also suspect the cat. I forgot about that, my bad.
How dare you suspect Detective Ser Pounce?
But that does fall under the banner of suspecting the detectives. So I did mention it technically.
Right, yeah.
Say, Hunt, you seem nervous, Ms. Assistant. Justina, of course I'm nervous. Justina, interrogating one person was hard enough, and now I have to do it with a lawyer in the room. Justina, I'm not qualified for any of this. Why aren't you handling this? Hunt, you should think more highly of yourself.
I mean, yes, but also she's right.
She's not wrong. Yeah, that is. I do find this funny in this game. Like, no matter how many times she mentions, it's just not addressed. It's just hand waved.
Yeah. At least in Phoenix Wright, you are actually a lawyer.
A lawyer, even though, you know, in the first game you ask, in like the first trial, wait, cross-examination, which like. You know, that's not the side. If my lawyer asks during my trial, wait, hey, chief, what's cross-examination again? I'm asking for a new lawyer immediately.
Yeah.
And I think that, yeah, like, that's not the best sign.
Hunt, you've got a perfect confession record. Most detectives would kill for that.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah.
That's like
me when I...
that's like me when I play a new deck in Hearthstone and I play
that's
one,
exactly what I was about to say.
I play one game. Oh, that's 100% win rate deck. What can I say, man? It's perfect. Same thing in Showdown. Like, you play a new team, win 2 games. Oh, man, perfect team.
Yep.
100%.
Justina, you had a perfect record of 1.
Yeah, there we go.
Justina, terrible thieves are one thing. I dealt with customers trying to swindle my dad enough times to handle that. Justina, but I've never dealt with a lawyer. Hunt, she's just another obstacle in the way of the truth. Hunt, remember, nothing she says can change the facts. This is a test of logic and reason, same as before. Hunt, as long as we have the facts on our side, the truth will reveal itself. Hunt, you're going to get us a confession, Ms. Assistant. I'll keep Mrs. Eubank off your back. Hunt, if anything goes wrong, I'll be the one taking the fall. I trust you to see this through. Justina, but what if we miss something? What if Mr. Curry is innocent? Hunt, well, that's what we'll find out. Just trust your instincts, Ms. Assistant. Justina, left Aaron, breathe in, breathe out right Aaron. Justina, okay, let's go. Colon, hold it. Justina, Ms. What's wrong? Sue, Ernest, I don't know what you did back at the estate, but the chief is livid. Sue, he wants you in his office immediately.
Oh, is it because we maybe illegally arrested a person? Is that why?
It could be.
Hunt, the chief will have to wait. We have an interrogation to conduct.
Damn.
Oh, wow, yeah. I did slightly forget how cavalier this man was about his job. Like, I feel like you couldn't get away with that in any workplace.
No fucking way, dude.
It's like, sorry, my boss can wait. I've got shit to do.
Sue, this isn't even your department, Ernest, if the chief finds out. Hunt, have I ever led you wrong before? Sue. Hunt, I need you to trust me on this. Keep the chief busy. I'll handle him after this is done. Sue, I never saw you, but if you two mess this up, I won't be able to protect your jobs. Sue, this applies to you too, Justina. Justina, no. If I lose this job, I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent. Hunt, don't worry about that. We have everything we need to win this case. Justina, but we only proved he went to Chandra's room. We don't have grounds to arrest the man. Hunt, when the police arrived this morning, Ferris was with Detective Swift, and Owen was snooping through Chandra's bedroom.
Wait, yeah, like...
She
mentions
said
we
it.
don't have grounds.
She said it.
No.
Yeah.
After the arrest. Did she not have mentioned that earlier?
Hunt, when the police arrived this morning, Ferris was with Detective Swift, and...
How delayed are you, Philip? Jesus.
Yeah, that is quite tight.
Say, Hunt, when the police arrived this morning, Ferris was with Detective Swift, and Owen was snooping through Chandra's bedroom. Hunt, Oliver is the only one unaccounted for. Justina, I hope you're right, Detective. Let's get started. The 16th of April, 3:32 p.m. Majesty Police Precinct number 5 interrogation room.
Are you prepared?
Oh,
Hunt,
the
now
T.
we're all here. Let's get started.
Wait, why is she there?
She's the lawyer, remember?
Oh, she's the lawyer?
Yeah, she's the lawyer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I remember
I
at the
missed
end
that,
of
I
the
guess.
last case, or at the end of the last stream, there was a line from her basically saying like, hey, don't worry, Oliver, I'll take your case.
Oh.
Hunt, Oliver Curry, now that you have a lawyer, we'd like to ask you a few questions. Hunt, were you in Miss A's bedroom this morning? Oliver. Ferris, while my client acknowledges that he was indeed in Miss A's bedroom, he denies having anything to do with her attack.
Yeah, lawyer speak. I love it.
Yep.
Ferris, my client was simply looking for Missy, and upon finding out she was not in her room, he left. Hunt, I wish it was that simple. Someone attacked Missy, and it wasn't the thief. Hunt, Miss and Missy were working together. She'd have no reason to attack Missy.
Correct.
Not strictly true.
Well, not strictly true, but, you know, logical.
Ferris, have you considered that they may have had a falling out, Detective? Perhaps this Miss wanted the money for herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's my point. Like there are a lot of reasons to
There is.
suspect her.
Yeah.
Ferris, by the way, my client is not involved. Hunt, Mr. Curry, why were you really in Chandra's room at the time of the attack? Oliver, I was just looking for her, I swear it. Justina, why were you looking for her? Oliver, does that matter? I have a right to privacy. Ferris, you don't need to answer that, Oliver.
At least we're not pouring anymore. We're just sipping now.
Yeah. We can't have a teapot in the interrogation room. We got to make do with one cup.
Ferris, look, detective, I don't care what sob story the thief gave you, but you have no grounds to try and pin this on my client. Anna might be a thief, but she wouldn't simply kill her dearest friend.
He's way too.
You know this how?
Why is he defending Anna so much?
Because vibes, I guess.
Yeah, vibes.
I'll stake my badge on it. Ferris, you have no proof my client was at the scene of the crime, only at Miss A's bedroom. Justina left Aaron, we'll see about the right Aaron. Justina, Mr. Curry, just give us your official statement as to your movements at the time of the crime.
So I can dispute it.
Ferris, tell them the truth, Oliver, and this will all be over soon. Oliver Curry's statement, quote, first course, visiting Chandra, quote.
Okay.
Oliver, after finishing breakfast, I decided to speak with Chandra privately, 1/6.
Okay.
Oliver, I thought she was in her room, but when I looked, she wasn't there, 2/6. Oliver, looking back, she must have been in the trophy room already, 3/6. Oliver, after all, she called the police from the phone in the room, and that's where you found her, 4/6. Oliver, then I passed by Miss Eubank on my way back to the kitchen, 5/6. Oliver, that's where I remained until Chandra was found, 6/6. Justina, I knew this would be harder. And it's too soon to give up. And if Oliver is the one who attacked Chandra, then she couldn't have been attacked in the trophy room. And think of what would have to be true for that to be possible, and you'll find the answer. Justina left Aaron a way to prove Chandra wasn't attacked in the trophy room. Do I have anything like that, right, Aaron? Oliver, after finishing breakfast, I decided to speak with Chandra privately.
It may be worth, as a refresher, going back through your evidence and looking over it. Even if not clicking on everything, just look through the names of everything.
Oliver, I thought she was in her room, but when I looked, she wasn't there, 2/6. Oliver, looking back, she must have been in the trophy room already, 3/6. Oliver, after all, she called the police from the phone in the room, and that's where you found her, 4/6. Justina's I.D. selected. Medical report, bedsheet, golf club, trophy room, Cherry. Trophy room telephone. Trophy room golf bed medical just present. Trophy room telephone, a telephone found stuffed inside a cabinet in the trophy room. It's been disconnected. Type evidence obtained. Crime scene.
Stuffed inside the cabinet.
Present.
Wait, will that work? Oh shit.
Justina, it's true, Mr. Curry, that is a phone in the trophy room. Justina, however, Miss Lear couldn't have used that phone. Justina, when we checked the trophy room, that phone wasn't even connected anywhere.
I got it.
Well
instantly,
done.
bro.
That's impressive. I respect that.
Ferris, preposterous. Justina, H. Ferris, how do you know the phone was disconnected prior to the attack?
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, so far she's not wrong.
Ferris, have you considered that the thief could have done it to try and cover their tracks? Ferris, besides, where else could she have called the police from? Justina, I'm glad you asked, Mrs. Eubank. Allow me to show you. Justina, this is what Miss Lear phoned the police on. Justina's I.D. selected. Medical bedsheet, golf club, trophy room, Cherry.
My ID.
Club cleaner.
Yeah.
Cherry, club cleaner. View vertical scroll.
Club cleaner. That's what she
Yeah.
is.
Vertical activate. Increase. The actual advice confession. Chandra's telephone. Chandra's telephone. Chandra's telephone selected. Bed. Owen past bed. Cam club present. Chandra's summary. Chandra's telephone. A telephone in Chandra's room. The receiver has been damaged with chipped bits of plastic found on the floor. Type A present. Justina, there's another phone in Miss Lear's own bedroom which had been damaged, almost like the phone was dropped. Justina, the voicemail she left was abruptly cut off when she was attacked. The phone breaking would explain that. Ferris, that's complete conjecture. Miss Smith, and you know it. How do you know that Miss Lear's phone wasn't already broken? Ferris,
Again, she's not wrong.
Yeah. She's doing typical lawyer stuff. Well, like,
Like, I find it weird, but so far I've agreed with her on every point. I'm on her side here.
Say, Ferris, Miss Lear was in the trophy room. We already know this much. Ferris, allow me to explain. Rebuttal quote, a delightful explanation quote. Ferris, we've already established that Miss Lear was in the trophy room. 1/4.
have we?
Ferris, not only is that where her body was found, there's also a solid reason. 2/4. Ferris, Owen had asked her during breakfast to clean one of his golf clubs. 3/4.
But she didn't clean it.
Ferris, it is clear she never had a chance to do so, as the thief intercepted her then. 4/4.
Right.
Justina, I thought Oliver would be the only one we had to question. And it's her job as a lawyer to speak on behalf of her client. And don't let it get to you. If Oliver is guilty, her argument is sure to have a hole in it. Justina, and what if Oliver is innocent? And if it's really the truth, then that's what we'll reveal. And don't focus on finding a lie, but rather why the evidence doesn't support her claim. Ferris, we've already established that Miss Lear was in the trophy room. 1/4.
Okay, this one's a bit trickier.
Ferris, not only is that where her body was found, there's also a solid reason. 2/4.
Okay, well, we're not disputing this. This is just a...
Ferris, Owen had asked her during breakfast to clean one of his golf clubs. 3/4.
we know that's true, right?
Yep, that's been corroborated by like 3 different people, I think.
Yeah.
So
Ferris, it is clear she never had a chance to do so, as the thief intercepted her then. 4/4. Justina's I.D. medical bed golf trophy room Cherry. Trophy golf club. Trophy room telephone. Cherry. Club cleaner. Club cleaner Cherry. Trophy golf bed medical report. Justina's I.D. present. Club cleaner. Golf club cleaner found in Chandra's chest of drawers. It's used to polish and clean golf clubs. Present. Justina left Aaron. HM. There's no way she could have been cleaning the club in the trophy room, right, Aaron?
Yep.
Justina left Aaron. However, Mrs. Eubank is claiming she never had the chance to write Aaron. Justina left Aaron. I just need to prove her wrong. Write Aaron. Ferris, we've already established that Miss Leah was in the trophy room. 1/4.
Oh, interesting. Wait, what did it say? Fuck.
Justina left Aaron. I just need to prove her wrong. Right. Justina left Aaron. However, Mrs. Eubank is claiming she never had the chance to write Aaron. Justina left Aaron. HM. There's no way she could have been cleaning the club in the trophy room. Right, Aaron. Ferris, not only is that where her body was found, there's also a...
So it made the... So that was wrong, I guess. I thought
Yeah.
I thought that noise was like... For when you get it right. I guess not.
No, that's just the present noise, I'm pretty sure.
Ferris, Owen had asked her during breakfast to clean one of his golf clubs. 3/4. Ferris, it is clear she never had a chance to do so, as the thief intercepted her then. 4/4. Justina, I thought Oliver would be the only one we had to... Skipping, Phil, skipping. Say, Ferris, not only is that where her body was found, there's also a solid reason. 2/4.
Oh, fuck.
Ferris, it is clear...
Okay, which one do I have to dispute? 1 or 4?
Justina, I thought Oliver would be the only one we had to question. And it's her job as a lawyer to speak up. And don't let it get to you. Justina, and what if Oliver is innocent? And if it's really... And don't focus on... Ferris, we've already established that Miss Leah was in the trophy room. 1/4. Justina's I.D medical report. Bedsheet. Bedsheet select medical. Justina's I.D present. Bedsheet, a white bedsheet covered in dirt. It was found stuffed inside a drawer in the trophy room. Type evidence obtained. Crime scene. Present. Justina medical. Bedsheet selected. Golf club. Trophy room telephone. Golf club. Golf club. Bedge medical. Just present. Golf club. Close. Golf club. One of Owen's lucky golf clubs. Although Chandler had been asked to clean them, this one is still partially dirty. Tested negative for blood. Type evidence obtained. Crime scene. Present. Just medical. Bedge golf. Trophy room. Cherry. Club cleaner. Viewport vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase. Deactivate. Owen's fingerprints. Viewport. Owen passport. Bedroom window. Camera. Club cleaner. Cherry. Trophy room telephone. Present. Trophy club camera. Bedroom pass. Owen's fingerprint. Viewport vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase. Deactivate. Owen's confession. Viewport. Owen Fi's confession. Chandler's telephone. Bed. Bed selected. Owen's fingerprints. Passport. Bedroom present. Bed close. Bed. The bed in Chandler's room where she sleeps at night. It's missing its sheets, leaving it quite bare. Type evidence obtained. Bedroom.
Oh!
Present. Bedroom window.
So the bed sheet is... Okay.
Present. Bed close. Bed. The present. Bedroom pass. Owen's fingerprints. Bed selected. Chandler's telephone. Fi's confession. Owen's confession. Viewport vertical scroll bar. Activate. Decrease. Deactivate. Passport. Bedroom window. Camera.
Is that even decree?
Bed passport. Viewport vertical scroll. Activate. Decrease. Deactivate. Club cleaner. Cherry. Trophy room. Golf club. Bedsheet. Bedsheets. Medic. Justina present. Bedsheet. A white bedsheet covered in dirt. It was found stuffed inside a drawer in the trophy room. Type.
It's covered in dirt. Why is it covered in dirt?
Ferris, we've already established that Miss Leah was... Ferris, not only is that where her body was found. Ferris, Owen had asked her during breakfast to clean one of his golf clubs. 3 Ferris, it is clear she never had a chance to do so, as the thief intercepted her then. 4/4. Justina's I.D medical report. Bedsheet. Medical report. Medical report just present. Medical report. A report from the hospital Chandler is being treated at. She suffered a single blunt force wound to the back of the head from a flat object. There were no other injuries present. Type evidence obtained. 5A. Present. Justina. Medical report. Select bedsheet. Golf club. Trophy room telephone. Cherry. Cherry select golf bedsh medical. Justina's I present. Cherry, Oliver's favorite frying pan. He carries it with him everywhere. Type evidence. The present just bedsh gold. Cherry selected. Club cleaner.
Did we test Sherry for blood?
I don't think so. I don't know.
It doesn't say.
Viewport vertical scroll
Yeah.
bar. Deactivate. Ever subclose. Cherry present.
Oh, fuck.
Cherry close. Evidence selected. Viewport vertical scroll. Club cleaner. Viewport vertical activate. Increase. Deactivate. Bed. Owen's fingerprints. Passport.
Why is this one so hard? Jesus.
Passport. Select bed. Camera. Club. Cherry. Trophy room. Present.
Yeah, this one is quite hard
Trophy room. Present.
because of the way it's worded.
Passport. Chandler's passport, which was found in a small storage space hidden behind her wallpaper. She seems to have stored other important documents here, but something next to it was taken. Type evidence. Present. Trophy. Cherry.
Yeah, that's...
Club clean. Camera. Bedroom window. Camera. Bedroom window. Camp. Club. Cherry. Trophy. Present. Bedroom window. An open window in Chandler's room. Why would she leave it open on such a cold day? Type evidence. Present.
That?
Justina, for someone representing a chef, your argument is half-baked at best. Ferris, excuse me. Ferris, do you have an argument to make, or are you just trying to insult me? Justina, well, Justina, I was just joking. Ferris. Hunt. Oliver. Justina, left Aaron, tough crowd, better not try this again, right, Aaron? Ferris, we've already established that Miss Leah was in the trophy room.
Okay.
1/4.
Yeah, that's the generic, like, incorrect statement. The one you got for the club cleaner was special because they considered that like close enough to the guess that they wanted to give it something more.
So I was like on the right track with that.
Yeah.
Ferris, not only is that where her body was found, there's also... Ferris, Owen had asked her during breakfast to clean one of his golf clubs. 3/4. Ferris, it is clear she never had a chance to do so, as the thief intercepted Justina's medical report. Bedge golf, trophy room telephone, golf club. Golf club, bedge golf,
Golf
Justina's
club?
present. Justina, Mrs. Eubank, Chandler was asked to clean the golf club, was she not? Ferris, she was, but she clearly never got the chance to do so. Justina, but there's an issue there, she did. Ferris, Justina, but there's an issue there.
I think it would get really annoying.
He did. Ferris, Justina, but there's an issue there. She did. Justina, we found the golf club partially cleaned.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It says partially dirty, which means as in it has been cleaned a little bit, but is still dirty. So she had started cleaning it.
Yeah.
But the way it's worded makes it kind of really awkward to jump to that conclusion.
Yeah.
Justina, she must have been interrupted while cleaning it. Ferris, well, I suppose you're correct. Ferris, it's clear the thief attacked her while she was cleaning. Ferris, my argument stands firm. Justina, I wouldn't be so sure, Mrs. Eubank. Justina, there's a critical flaw in your theory, and I can prove it. Justina, Miss Lear couldn't have cleaned the club in the trophy room, and this is why. Justina's I.D selected. Medical report, bedsheet. Golf club. Trophy room telephone, Sherry. Club cleaner. Club cleaner's
cleaner?
check, trophy golf bench, medical Justy present. Club cleaner found in Chandra's chest of drawers. It's used present. Justina,
No.
the cleaner for the golf club is found in Chandra's bedroom, not the trophy room.
Yeah.
Justina, it's clear that Chandra took the golf club into her bedroom, and as she was cleaning it, she called the police.
Right, okay. So that one was correct. I thought the music... Because the music didn't stop that time, so...
Justina, that's when she was attacked. Oliver, hang on, how do you know she didn't just wet a rag with cleaner and take it to the trophy room? Oliver, akin to bringing a packet of ketchup instead of an entire bottle. Hunt, that would be impossible. There's nothing in the trophy room with golf cleaner on it besides the golf club. Ferris, then how did the club get downstairs? Why is the cleaner upstairs, but not the club?
Golf cleaner? That's a specific thing.
I assume so.
Wow.
Justina, if our culprit wanted to make it seem like the trophy room was the real crime scene, they would need to move the golf club. Justina, they brought the club down with Chandra, but since the cleaner was stashed away in her dresser, they likely didn't notice it. Justina, critically, whoever attacked her must not have realized that Chandra hadn't finished cleaning the club. Ferris, completely baseless. This is all nothing more than just a pet theory.
Still, she's not wrong.
All of these... That's how all of these games do. Like, I just... Again, I've been watching Danganronpa, and that's always what they do. All of this stuff is very circumstantial, and, like, it all fits in the end, obviously, because that's how the game is designed. But...
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one interpretation of events.
You have to come to the right conclusion. Yeah. You could make many different interpretations of these pieces of stuff that you have, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just the conceit of these games. That's just how they go.
Ferris, and there is one thing you've overlooked during it. Justina, and what would that be? Ferris,
Dramatic tea drink.
Dramatic T-sip, yes.
Ferris, you've yet to explain why exactly Miss Lear would call the police from her bedroom. Ferris, allow me to explain. Rebuttal quote, a T-Pauli Brew quote.
Oh, God.
Ferris, if Miss Lear was in her room, why exactly would she call the police? 1/4. Ferris, if she was in the trophy room, it's likely that she saw the thief returning to the scene of the crime from the window. 2/4. Ferris, therefore, she decided to call the police, fearing the worst. 3/4.
Well, no, she's friends with the thief. So that's just... That doesn't really hold up.
Ferris, on the other hand, nothing in her room would cause her to call the police. 4/4. Justina, do we really have to play Mrs. Eubank's game? Hunt, we need an ironclad case. Hunt, otherwise, we won't be able to
She's a
make this
lawyer, yes. You have to answer her questions. Like, that's how it works. I'm sorry.
Justina, left Aaron, then I have no choice. Time to break this statement, right, Aaron? Justina, left Aaron, since she's wrong about the thief, what caused Chandra to call the police, right, Aaron? Ferris, if Miss Lear was in her room, why exactly would she call the police? 1/4. Ferris, if she was in the trophy room, it's likely that she saw the thief returning to the scene of the crime from the window. 2/4. Ferris, therefore, she decided to call the police, fearing the worst. 3/4. Ferris, on the other hand, nothing in her room would cause her to call the police. 4/4. Justina's I.D medical report, bedsheet.
Nothing in her room would cause her to call the police.
Golf club. Trophy room telephone. Cherry. Club cleaner. View or vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase. Deactivate. Files confession. Chandra's telephone. Bed. Owen's fingerprints. Passport. Owen's finger past bedroom window. Past bed camera. Club cleaner. Camera. Camera selected. Club present. Camera closed. Summary. Closed camera. A small broken camera found in Chandra's chest of drawers. It was broken today, and there are traces of golf cleaner on it. Dust markings show it may have been hidden or present. Justina, Mrs. Eubank, were you aware that your husband was spying on Chandra? Ferris, excuse me. Ferris, what on earth are you talking about? Why? It's a slanderous accusation. Ferris, detective, rein your little assistant in before she gets herself into trouble. Hunt, go on, Miss Assistant. Justina, there was a hidden camera in Chandra's bed.
Rein your assistant in. Go on.
Go on.
Say, Justina, there was a hidden camera in Chandra's bedroom. When we found it, it was broken. Justina, it's clear Chandra had found the camera in her room while she was cleaning, and after breaking it, she decided to call the police. Justina, she must have been attacked at that moment while her back was turned. Ferris, and how do you know my husband put it there? Justina, well, Hunt, I think my assistant got a little too eager there. Hunt, someone certainly put a camera there, and Chandra did break it. Hunt, but officially, we have no means to trace who put it there. Ferris, I'm glad that's settled. As for the camera itself. Ferris, what makes you think she found it today? What if she found it on a different day? Chandra would have reported it. The camera had cleaner on it. Justina, we found some fresh golf cleaner on the camera, the same that we found in her room. Justina, she must have had some on her hands when she discovered the camera. Justina, if she found the camera any other time, it would have dried up by now. Ferris. Ferris, it's clear now that you're going to cling on to this pet theory of yours. Ferris, but all this time, you failed to consider that Chandra was not found in her bedroom. Her body was found an entire floor below. Ferris, bodies don't teleport, and my client couldn't possibly have moved her. Justina, and why is that? Ferris, I'll let my client explain. Oliver, that's right, here goes. Oliver Curry's statement quote second course, an impossible escape quote. Oliver, even if I attacked Chandra, the only exit to the room was the door. 1/5.
Which room?
Her room, her bedroom.
That's not true.
Oliver, Mr. Eubank saw me leave the room. 2/5. Oliver, he would have noticed me carrying her body. 3/5. Oliver, if Mr. Eubank was in Chandra's room the whole time, he would have found her. 4/5. Oliver, that is why I couldn't have attacked her. 5/5. Justina, if Chandra was in the room with Oliver, isn't that enough proof? Hunt, the body was found on the floor below, so there is still room for doubt. Hunt, no judge would ever accept a guilty charge without more evidence. Justina, what about a pro-police judge? We could stack the deck in our favor. Hunt, don't be silly. Just pick random. Hunt, they don't just have one judge to handle every case we come across. Justina, left Aaron, so much for doing things the easy way, right Aaron? Oliver, even if I attacked Chandra, the only exit to the room was the door. 1/5.
That's not
Oh,
true.
so that's a Phoenix Wright reference because there's only one judge ever in that series.
Oh,
Trophy room.
I'm pretty sure.
Cherry.
That's a dig at Phoenix Wright, which I respect.
Increase. Deactivate. Bed. Owen's fingerprints. Passport. Bedroom window. Bedroom windows. Camp club. Check. Trophy present. Bedroom window present. Justina, actually, Mr. Curry, there is another exit. The window.
yeah, like that one was easy. What the hell?
Oliver, the window. You think I threw her out the window and she landed in the room below? Justina, you wanted another exit. The window is an exit. Ferris, if that's your angle, then you really are desperate. Ferris, it should be obvious why the window couldn't have been used, but allow me to explain it for you. Rebuttal quote out of the window quote. Ferris, it's simply impossible that Miss Air was moved through the window. 1/4. Ferris, a fall from that height would have left noticeable injuries. 2/4.
True.
Ferris, however, the only injury she had was a head wound. 3/4. Ferris, unless you have some way for a body to move down a story without getting injured, your theory is moot. 4/4. Justina, hey detective, any ideas? Hunt, well, it's possible a ghost did it. Justina, don't even joke about ghosts. Justina, who knows what they are capable of? Hunt, don't tell me you believe in those campfire stories. Hunt, the body must have been lowered from the window somehow, you just need to think outside the box a bit. Justina, left Aaron, if any ghosts are reading my mind, please haunt Detective Hunt and not me right Aaron. Ferris, it's simply impossible that Miss Air was moved through the window. 1/4. Justina's medical report. Medical report. A report from the hospital Chandra is being treated at. She suffered a single blunt force wound to the back of the head from a flat object. There were no other injuries present. Type present. Just medical report. Select bedsheet. Golf club. Bedsheet. Bedsheet. Select medical. Just present. Bedsheet. A white bedsheet covered in dirt. It was found stuffed inside a drawer in the trophy room. Type evidence. Present. Justina, for someone representing a chef, your argument is half baked at best.
Yeah.
Skipping. Phil. Ferris. Ferris. However, the only injury she had was a head wound.
Oh,
Ferris, unless you have some way for a body to move down.
I wish it skipped to the beginning of the statement and not to the wherever.
Justina, hey detective, any ideas? Hunt. Justina, who knows what they are? Skipping. Hunt. The body must have been.
Yeah, I wish it only showed that once.
Yeah.
Hunt. The body must have been lowered from the windows. Justina, left Aaron. If any ghosts are reading my mind, please. Ferris, it's simply impossible that Miss Air was moved through the window. Justina's medic bedsheet. Golf club. Trophy room telephone. Cherry. Club cleaner. View or vertical scroll. Activate. Increase. Deactivate. Owen's fingerprints. Passport. Bedroom window. Camera. Club cleaner. Camp bedroom window. Camp club cherry. Club cleaner. Camp bedroom pass. Owen's fingerprint. View or vertical scroll. Activate. Increase. Deactivate. Vice confession. Chandra's telephone. Bed. Owen's fingerprints. Bed. Owen's fingerprints. Passport. Owen's fingerprint. Chandra's telephone. Vice confession. Chandra's telephone. Vice confession. View or vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase. Deactivate. Owen's confession. Vice confession. Chandra's telephone. Bed.
Yeah, you would be a
Owen's confession. View or vertical scroll bar.
pro-police
Activate.
judge. Phil, if you just come
No,
in and
he
like look at a
wouldn't.
guy and go, yeah, he's guilty. He just looks guilty.
Owen's confession. Vice confession.
Vibe judging.
The vibes are off, you know?
Owen's confession. View or Owen's vice confession.
Is vibe judging where you just like send the court transcript to ChatGPT and go, hey, who's guilty here? You tell me.
Chandra's telephone. Bed. Owen's fingerprints. Passport.
Give it 10 years. It's got to happen somewhere. 100%.
Give it 5.
Yeah, true.
Owen's fingerprints. Passport.
Yeah, we were just talking. We had some family for lunch today, and the conversation turned to AI, and people are like surprised. I was like, oh yeah, I let it do my job sometimes for some things. I let it program for me. And they're like, what? Really? What the hell?
Bedroom window.
How can you do that? And I was just like, yeah,
Justina's idol.
you
Yep.
can.
Present bedroom window.
Although,
Passport.
do you want a hint?
Sure.
Because, yeah, you've been caught by something I got caught by a few times in this game.
Okay.
You presented on the wrong statement. You presented the right thing, but on the wrong statement.
Ferris, it's
Bollocks. Okay.
Yeah, just to save you trying a load of random things that won't work. You had the right item.
Ferris. A fall from the height would have left noticeable injuries. 2/4. Ferris. However, the only injury she had was a head wound. 3/4. Ferris. Unless you have some way for a body to move down a story without getting injured, your theory is moot. Force. Justina. Medical bedsheet golf club. Bedsheets. Medical just present selected. Justina. Actually, there was a way she could have moved through the window unharmed. Justina. We found the bedsheet stuffed away in the trophy room. Justina. The sheet itself was covered in dirt, meaning it likely touched the ground outside. Justina. After attacking Chandra, Oliver wrapped her and the golf club in the sheet and simply lowered them to the floor below. Oliver. Hold on. That sheet could have always been there. How do you know it came from Chandra's room? Justina. That's easy. Justina, this is how we know where the sheet came from. Justina's I.D selected medical bedsheet, golf club, trophy room, cherry, club cleaner, view or vertical scroll, activate, increase the actual bed. Bed selected, Owen Park, bed cam, club cleaner, cherry, trophy room to present. Justina, when we investigated Chandra's room, we found that her bed had been stripped of its sheet. Justina, we never found that sheet anywhere. Justina, because it was stuffed in the trophy room the whole time. Ferris, you can't be serious. Justina, I am serious. Just look at him. Oliver is clearly strong enough to have lowered Chandra with the sheet. Justina, it's the only way her body could have been moved. Justina, I believe that's all we need to prove that Oliver is the culprit.
Is it?
I'd hate to be like a suspect in this.
Jesus. Yeah.
I'd hate to be suspect in this country. You'd be fucked. Oops.
Oliver, enough. Why are you so determined on pinning this crime on me? Oliver, this whole time, you haven't even considered that your whole case is missing a key ingredient, a motive. Oliver, Chandra was not only my co-worker, but a friend. Oliver, we were very close, her and I. Oliver, why would I attack Chandra? I have no reason to. Oliver, unless you can provide a motive, you've got no grounds to charge me.
He's right.
He's right, but not for that reason. I don't think, like, technically they don't need a motive. It
Well,
helps,
technically
but
you
they
don't,
need
but
it.
Say, Justina, left Aaron.
But yeah, no, he is right. They got nothing.
Say, Justina, left
Like,
Aaron.
he's
Motive.
probably
Yes, Aaron
fine
considered
in
the
any
Aaron.
realistic system.
Justina, left Aaron. Something made Oliver want to attack Chandra, right Aaron. Justina, left Aaron. This is it. Justina, time to drive the nail into his coffin, right Aaron. Justina, you want motive. I got your motive.
really?
You were jealous of Chandra. You wanted the stolen money. You wanted to protect your job. You have no motive.
You have no motive.
Justina, the truth is, you were jealous of Chandra. You wanted the stolen money. You were jealous of Chandra.
Jealous? Why would he be jealous?
You wanted the stolen money.
Money? I mean, that's a universal motive.
You wanted to protect your job.
Protect your job. Why? Do we know anything that would make us think that his job is in danger?
Well, we know she was embezzling and she had a file about it. So, like, if his boss goes to prison, his job's probably fucked.
You have no motive. You wanted to protect your job.
I really want to see what she says if you click you have no
Justina,
motive.
the truth is, you have no motive.
All right.
Justina, you didn't have a motive. Justina, you just decided to attack Chandra for the thrill of it.
Look, I was bored that evening. Like, I needed something to do. So I figured, why not murder?
Yeah.
God, that's going to be another clip.
Consider murder, you know?
Have you considered
Fun for all the family.
murder?
Oliver, that's completely ridiculous. Oliver, I told you, Chandra was my friend. Oliver, Ferris can vouch for my character. Hunt, you're on the cusp of something, Ms. Assistant.
What?
Hunt, but I don't think
Is
this is it.
she?
Hunt, try again. I believe in you. You were jealous of Chandra. You wanted the stolen money. Justina, when we spoke to Fi, she mentioned that she told you about Chandra's involvement in the robbery. Justina, it's clear when you found out about this. Justina, you attacked her so you could take the money for yourself. Ferris, regardless of Chandra's actions, that's completely ridiculous. Ferris, Chandra didn't even have the money. Her thief accomplice took it. Hunt, you're on the cusp of something, Ms. Assistant. Hunt, but I don't think this is it.
Yeah.
Hunt, try again. I believe in you. You were jealous of Chandra. You wanted the stolen.
Oh, fuck.
Justina, when we spoke to Fi.
Go down, hit back.
Ferris,
Never.
regardless of Chandra's actions, that's completely ridiculous.
Down, back?
Down and arrow, and there's a back button.
Well, there...
Isn't there?
No.
Oh. Most Ren'Py games have that. Maybe this one, I forgot this one. doesn't. Never
No.
mind.
This one doesn't even have the...
Or
menu.
does backspace do it? Hit backspace? No, it doesn't.
What?
Never mind.
What was that message?
If I wasn't single, was 10/20 years older, and okay, Philip,
What?
that's
Wait,
very
what?
specific.
I need to read that. Hang on. What do you mean if you... Yeah, that's what... Yeah. Okay. Good, you caught it. This assistant... What?
I assume
Justina?
he's Justina, yeah.
Why 10, 20 years? She's like 22. Okay, 10 years then. But 20? Like, that's...
Paper Perjury.
But why do you think so, though? Like, she... I don't know, she barely has a character. Like, I can't really get invested in
Save Ferris, regardless of...
such a character. I don't know. She's kind of a little bit insecure, but then she gets into, like... all of a sudden, you know, first day on the job of a clerk, but then suddenly she's really into interrogation and shit.
Yeah.
Ferris, Chandra didn't even have the money. Her thief accomplice took it. Hunt, you're on the cusp of something, Ms. Assistant. Hunt, but I don't think this is it. Hunt, try again. You were jealous of you wanted to protect your job. Justina, it's clear to me, Mr. Curry, that you cared about your job a lot. Justina, you made that point abundantly clear when we questioned you earlier. Justina, I think you never wanted to attack Chandra, but something happened that left you no choice. Justina, Fi told us that she spoke to you about Chandra's involvement in the robbery. Justina, I think you went to talk to her about it, and when you noticed her calling the police. Justina, you attacked her in the heat of the moment. Ferris. Ferris, answer me one question. Ferris, what was the weapon? Justina, the weapon. Justina, left Aaron, we never found the weapon, right Aaron. Ferris, as I suspected, you never did recover it. Ferris, the culprit must have taken the weapon with him. Ferris, if my client was the culprit, he would have surely found the weapon somewhere. Hunt, he must have hidden it somewhere. Hunt, I tried calling Detective Swift, they can't find anything there. Oliver, then I demand to be released immediately. Oliver, without a weapon, you have nothing. Oliver, let me make this perfectly clear. Oliver Curry's statement, quote, final course, a recipe for failure, quote. Oliver, if the weapon isn't in the house, it must have been taken, dot, 1/5. Oliver, but nobody has left the estate other than the police, dot, 2/5. Oliver, there's no way I could have taken a weapon out of the house, dot, 3/5. Oliver, I'm not carrying any weapons, 4/5. Oliver, you have nothing on me, 5/5. Justina, detective, what do we do? Hunt, I don't know, our whole case is based on circumstantial evidence.
True. Okay, at
He's
least he acknowledges it.
Hunt, without anything solid, there's no jury in the world that would convict him. Justina, left Aaron, where could the weapon be, right Aaron? Justina, left Aaron, Detective Swift said it was a flat, blunt object. Is there anything like that he could have used, right Aaron?
Yes.
Oliver, if the weapon isn't in the house, it must have been taken, dot, Oliver, but no. Oliver, there's no way I could have taken a weapon out of the house, dot, 3. Oliver, I'm not carrying any weapons. Justina's I. Medical Bench Golf Club, Trophy Room, Cherry. Cherry select Golf Bench, Medical, Justina's I. Present. Justina, there is one place none of us have looked. Justina, on Oliver himself. Justina, according to Detective Swift, the weapon was a flat blunt object. Justina, just like the frying pan he has now. Justina, the same frying pan he arrived at the crime scene with. Justina, that's why nobody has found the weapon. Nobody thought to check Sherry. Hunt, Oliver, we need to test your pan for blood. Oliver, but why? Just look at it, no blood in sight. Hunt, you may have washed the blood off, but traces can be found with the right tools. Hunt, of course, if you're innocent, we wouldn't find anything, right? Justina, this is your last chance to confess. Oliver, once we test that pan, it's over for you. Ferris, Oliver, please tell me that they're wrong. Oliver, no. Oliver, I can't.
What was that noise?
No idea.
Ferris, Oliver, how could you? Oliver, I'm sorry, Ferris, I never intended for any of this to happen. Ferris, but why? Chandra was family, Oliver.
What do you mean was? She's not dead.
Oliver, Fi told me that she was hiding in the trophy room when the robbery happened. Oliver, she told me Chandra was taking money from the safe. Oliver, I confronted Chandra and she told me that the money wasn't adding up. Oliver, she said she was going to expose the Eubanks one way or another. Oliver, I tried to convince her to change her mind, but she wouldn't listen to me.
Oh, yeah, so that's why, okay, you were right. Obviously you knew, so that's why you...
Oliver, then, at breakfast this morning, Owen kept pressuring her. Oliver, I knew she was afraid. She told me before that she was considering calling the police and confessing to what she did. Oliver, I went to talk to her privately about it. Oliver, but when I entered her room, I heard her on the phone. She was about to confess. Oliver, I couldn't let her do it. I didn't know what else to do. Oliver, this job, it meant everything to me. After being rejected everywhere else, I had a real job. Oliver, if you and Owen were arrested, I would lose the best job I ever had. I couldn't go back to my family. Oliver, I wasn't thinking, and before I knew it, she was on the floor. Oliver, I had no choice but to frame the thief. I thought then, Chandra would be safe. Ferris, I took up your defense because I believed in you. I thought you were truly innocent. Ferris, I trusted you. Oliver, I'm so sorry, Ferris. Justina left Aaron after getting his formal confession. Detective Hunt escorting Oliver away, right, Aaron? Miss Smith. Ferris, before I go, I thought I should apologize for how I acted there. I should be thanking you. Justina, thank me. I thought you would hate me. Ferris, as painful as it is, if you didn't step in, the wrong person would be charged for Oliver's crime. Ferris, it isn't easy, but at least some good came from all this. Justina, there is one more mystery hanging around this case. Justina, it seems that everyone believes that your husband is embezzling money from the charity. Justina, when we spoke to him earlier today, he denied it, but he was clearly spying on Chandra and he took something from her room. Justina, is it possible that he stole the evidence from her room? Ferris, of course not. We've run our business together for years. He would never do that. Ferris, we even publicly agreed to pay the stolen half out of pocket. Isn't that proof enough? Justina, I take it as proof. I really do. Justina, but it's Detective Hunt you have to convince.
Oh,
Ferris, it seems I misjudged you.
she's boring.
Ferris, if you want to
Yeah,
accuse my husband,
interrogation's
at least
over now. You can...
Say, Ferris, if you want to accuse my husband, at least be upfront about it. Justina, I'm not accusing him. I still think he's innocent. Justina, it's just all of this isn't really adding up. Ferris, I'm going to make sure the police handle my former friend fairly. Ferris, this conversation is over. Justina left Aaron. I might have stepped on a landmine, right, Aaron? Swift, well, she looked pissed. Swift, you're right, Justy. Justina, I could be better. I keep thinking about where the money went.
I like Sophie's music.
Yeah.
Said Justina, I could be better. I keep thinking about where the money went.
I love how every character has their own little song.
Justina, I might have pushed her too far. Justina, did you just get back? Swift, yep, I headed back here as soon as I could. Swift, in any case, let me be the first to say. Swift, congrats, you did it. You solved the case. Swift, I'm so proud of you, Red. Justina, it wasn't just us. Your work helped too. Justina, you were the key to connecting Owen to the scene. Justina, without that, we never would have known about Oliver's involvement. Justina, that's not traffic cop work, that's grade A detective work. Swift, I. Swift, thank you, Justy, that means a lot. Swift, hey, tell you what, why don't you tag along with me for drinks later? We can have a proper celebration then. Justina, oh, yeah, sure. Swift, great, Zephyr and I will be waiting when your shift's over. Swift, before that, though, I think there's one person we've forgotten about. Swift, wait in the interrogation room, I got to go grab Red and the guest of honor. Justina, left Aaron, I have a feeling I know who she means, right, Aaron? The 16th of April, 4:48 p. Majesty Police Precinct number 5 interrogation room. Hunt, now that we're all here, I want to give you the news. Hunt, Ms. You're no longer being charged with assault. Hannah, what about Chandra? Hunt, she's still recovering from her injuries, but she's woken up. We expect to be able to talk to her tomorrow. Hunt, now, of course, the robbery charge isn't being dropped. Both of you will still have to answer for the crime. Hannah, I expected that, but still. Hannah, thank you for finding out who attacked her. Hannah, I am truly thankful. Hannah, I take back what I said earlier. You aren't evil. Hunt, if you continue to cooperate with our investigation, I'll see if the district attorney can provide you some leniency. Justina, wait, what investigation? Isn't it over? Hunt, not yet, Ms. Assistant. We still have those embezzlement claims to look into. Hunt, Sue spoke with the chief. Apparently, they both agreed to let you continue to be my assistant. Hunt, if you'll work with me again, we can finally uncover the truth behind everything. Justina, left Aaron, I want to believe Mrs. Eubank. Embezzlement is unnecessary for someone wealthy like Mr. Eubank, right, Aaron?
It is unnecessary, but
But money good.
yeah.
Justina, left Aaron, yet, until I see the answer myself, I can't take her word for it, right, Aaron?
Like, I was literally reading a book about a movie producer from Sony in the 70s who was embezzling money, and like he was rich as fuck.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Justina, I'm in. Hunt, then let's go back to our desks. We've got a lot of work to get done. Justina, I spent the rest of the day doing my actual job, paperwork. Justina, I didn't see much of Detective Hunt. Justina, Ms. Earn told me that once the chief found out what happened with Mr. Eubank, he got the biggest dressing down of his career. Justina, in the end, the fact we still solved the case is what saved him from demotion, or worse. Justina, today was a day that truly changed my life. Justina, I don't know what's in store for me in the future, but I know, whatever it is, it will be far more eventful than I could have imagined.
Was that? Hang on. I need to check that.
Check which?
Okay, never mind.
Paper Perjury.
I had a Philip moment.
The 16th of April, office. Colon, hello, sir, did you need something? Owen, hello, my boy, I'm glad you came.
Who?
Owen, some information has
Lowell.
come onto my desk that I need you to look into. Owen, some information has come onto my desk that I need. Owen, BG Titles, LLC, I want you to get me everything you can find on this company.
BG Turtles?
Mm-hmm.
LLC. That's an American corporation.
Limited liability company.
Limited liability company. Yeah, that's an American designation. So I guess we know it now for sure that we're in America.
Yep.
Well, not necessarily, because that's could be a translation, because we have that as well. We just call it DOO.
I feel like it's like Phoenix Wright. It's in somewhere.
Isn't Phoenix
Question
right in
mark.
Japan?
It's in Japanifornia is the joke everyone uses because it's like a weird medley of America and Japan.
Ah,
Lowell, yes sir, right away. Owen, this would go much smoother without the police snooping around. End of case 2.
achievement.
Start case 1.
Yeah, start case 1. Let's just go back to case 1.
Yeah, let's do that again. It was fun last time.
Okay, that was fairly quick. Okay,
Paper Perjury, start case 2. Start case 3.
maybe your theory of 4 streams is correct.
Yeah, I know. I think 4 might slow us down. 4 is quite hefty.
Oh, okay. Well, that's just
Manchester City Police Precinct number 5 station offices. Colon, please, I need just a little more time. Sue, I'm sorry, but this isn't up for debate. Sue, if the chief says it's closed. Colon, B-shut. Sue, it's been long enough. We need you working elsewhere. Sue, have a finished case report on my desk by the end of the day. Dot. Comma, yes, ma'am. The 24th of April, 8 o'clock at Majesty City Police Precinct number 5 station lobby. Justina, it's only my second week at this job, and I already feel like I've aged 10 years. Justina, how could so much paperwork pile up so quickly? Justina, when I die, I hope I'm reborn into a paperwork-free life. Colon, are you monologuing to yourself again? Justina, Ms. Natasha, I'm ready for a new day. Sue, that's the spirit. Sue, I wanted to tell you, Chandra was finally released from the hospital. She's waiting in the interrogation room. Sue, as much as I would love to have you do the job you were actually hired for, this is more important. Sue, everyone else is already waiting, so get going. Justina, yes, ma'am. the 24th of April, 8:07 at Magic City Police Precinct number 5 interrogation room.
Wow, specifically 8:07. Okay.
Yep.
Hours.
Welcome to our little get dash together, Ms. Assistant. Chandra, this is Justina Smith, my assistant for this investigation. Chandra, nice to meet you, Ms. Smith. Ms. You already confessed to your involvement in the robbery, so we can skip over that. However, she also claimed that you believe the Eubanks were siphoning off money from the charity fund. Do you have any evidence for this alleged embezzlement? Chandra, I do. I keep all my records in my room, behind the wallpaper. Justina, unfortunately, we already checked there. All we found there was your passport and some unrelated documents. Chandra, that's impossible. Chandra, someone must have taken it.
Yeah, Eubank.
We have reason to believe that Mr. Eubank may have taken something from your room. Justina, if you had proof, that's likely what he took. Ferris, this is Sanders. You have no proof of any of these claims. Ferris, it's clear she never had any evidence of this supposed embezzlement. You should drop this while you're ahead, detective.
Okay, now I have a question. Why are you here? You shouldn't be here for this.
Yeah.
You're not her lawyer.
Maybe she is.
Yeah, but then you shouldn't be speaking like contrary to your client's, statements. And also, there's a huge conflict of interest. Like, I don't think she could be her lawyer.
Yeah. Should she have been allowed to be the chef's lawyer, even? Because conflict of interest.
I feel like the chef's lawyer, there is no conflict there. Like, the chef's lawyer, like...
She is his employer.
She is, but, like, that doesn't make their inflicts, or their interests... That means they have the same interests. Like, that doesn't mean there's no conflict there. There's no reason for them to want different things.
We're perfectly within our bounds to investigate these claims. If you intend to interfere, you can exit the room. Nothing more to say. Good.
Why is she even here? Yeah.
Yeah, that's like... Whereas here, she can't be her lawyer because she is accusing, like, the lawyer's family of embezzlement. So, like, obviously, as your lawyer, you don't want that. So there's the conflict. That's a pretty obvious conflict.
Yeah.
Chandra, you'll need to get your official statement on these matters. Chandra, I'll tell you everything I know. Ferris. Chandra, I kept track of the donors to the class charity, as well as the accounting. Chandra, after doing the math, roughly 25,000 pounds were missing from the charity money.
25,000 what?
It's just the currency of this world.
Sure.
Chandra, that money was redirected to a shell company called VG Turtles, LLC. Chandra, if we didn't grab the media's attention, it would have gone completely unnoticed. This statement, Chandra claims that roughly 25,000 pounds were transferred from the charity fund to a shell corporation, VG Turtles, LLC. Her proof of the embezzlement has gone missing. Left bracket statement, quote, Chandra Lee's statement recorded in the case file, quote, right bracket, Chandra Lee's statement recorded in the case file. Do you know why the money was missing? Chandra Lee's statement recorded in the... Chandra, no. Chandra, but I couldn't find any legitimate reason for the money to have been transferred like that. I hope you realize, without any evidence, all we have here is your testimony. Justina, and your testimony doesn't exactly give us much to work off of. Nevertheless, we intend to investigate these claims. Ferris, you can't be serious. She's already proven herself as unreliable, and you're going to take her word on the matter. I'm going to find out the truth behind this, Mrs. Eubank. Surely you should have no problem with that. With that, I believe we can conclude this little meeting. Ferris, then I'll be leaving. Ferris, Chandra. Say, Ferris, I'm afraid to say that, as of now, you're officially terminated from your job. Ferris, I know you've been through a lot, but we have no other choice. Ferris, you can collect your things when this is over. Justina, wait. Justina left Aaron. She stormed off in a hurry, right, Aaron? Chandra, I can't say I expected anything else. Embezzlement or not, I still committed a crime. Chandra, I suppose I deserve this. If it means anything, I promise we will see this through to the end. We should go, Justina. Justina left Aaron. I hate to just leave, but it's best we get going, right, Aaron? Left bracket lead. New lead added to the case file, right bracket. New lead added to the case file. New lead added to the case file. Justina, please tell me leaving the interrogation room with a sense of guilt isn't normal. Justina, please. You should only feel guilty if you've done something wrong. We have nothing to be ashamed of. So we'll look after Chandra for now. We have a case to solve. Justina, but we barely have anything to go on. How do we even investigate this? If we couldn't find anything at the Eubank estate, that means the next best place to look would be the orphanage itself.
Well, we have a lead. We could look into the BG Turtles LLC.
Justina, but if the orphanage was involved, doesn't that mean it's possible there was no embezzlement? Justina, Mr. Eubank could have been holding on to the money for safekeeping.
For safekeeping.
We'll have to keep an open mind. Either way, the orphanage should contain all the answers we need.
Ah, yes. This 25 grand, I just have it over here for safekeeping.
Yeah, I'll just hold on to it.
Just in case. Yeah. I'll just put it in my pocket here for safekeeping. Or I might invest it in like a yacht for safekeeping.
That's what my dad used to tell me, like when I was young, and he would be like, "Hey, can you I would get some money for my birthday or whatever." He's like, "Yeah, you want to give that to me? I'll hold on to it for you."
So, are you ready to go? Justina, yes, sir. Hold on just a minute, you two. Justina, Mizza, what is it? So, if you're going to the orphanage, you better take a look at this first. Justina, how did you? She knows everything that goes on in this station. What do you have for us?
You were having a very loud conversation, like, it's not that hard.
So, do you remember the vandalized car at Orphan last month?
No?
And oh dash, of course I remember.
Yeah.
Justina, left Aaron. It's a face of pure guilt if I've ever seen one, right, Aaron? Sue. Sue, on the 14th of March, the orphanage director was involved in a crash after the brakes on his car failed. And oh, right, that case. Wasn't Sophie assigned to that? Sue, she was. The landlady reported that the brakes in Bill's car were vandalized by an unknown person. Sue, however, she never found the culprit. Sue, the director ended up asking for the charges to be dropped after we failed to turn anything up. Justina, why didn't you help, detective? And she was promoted earlier the month. It was her first big case, and I wanted her to solve it on her own. And otherwise, she'd just think that it was all me. Justina, I see. Justina, left Aaron, poor Sophie, right Aaron. Sue, the case might be closed, but it's a good reason to reach out to Bill. Sue, I'd suggest you keep the embezzlement to yourself until you can figure out what they know. Sue, Detective Swift and I will see what we can dig up on BG Turtles in the meantime. Justina, shouldn't she be joining us? The car crash was her case. Sue, that's why she can't. The case is closed. Sue, you're not there to solve it, it's your cover. Justina, but still. Sue, do I make myself clear? Justina, yes, Mom. Left bracket statement, quote detective's brief added, quote right bracket, detective's brief added. Sue, here's the case report. It should get you up to speed on things. Detective's brief added. Sue, and thanks for digging this up for us. Sue, all I did was find the file. If anyone asks, you asked me to find it for you. Sue, oh, and Justina, when you solve this case, take it easy on the drinking.
What?
Sue, I know what you and Sophie get up to after these cases.
Oh,
Justina, how did you? Justina, oh, forget it. And that's it for you.
Speaking of
Let's
drinking,
leave the
I'm
file.
going to go away for a minute. I
Now,
need
let's get
to
going.
run to the bathroom and grab another drink, but
Uh-huh.
I'll be back.
New lead added
You
to
can
case
keep
file.
going, though.
And
I
now left
know
bracket lead. New lead
I
added
know
to
what
Yeah,
happened, so you can
I'll-
just carry
case
on.
file right bracket. New lead added. And that's it for you, Justina. Oh, forget it. And that's it for you. Left new. And now let's get going. Justina, left Aaron. It's impossible to keep anything a secret around here. Not with her around, right, Aaron? The 24th of April, 8:30 at M Class Orphanage parking lot. Justina, I thought we were going to the orphanage. This looks like a motel. And it used to be. Eubank Investments helped convert this old motel into an orphanage a few years ago. And at the time, it was the orphanage's only choice, so they took it. Justina, you sure do know a lot about this place. And the director and I go way back. I met him back in high school. And but we can talk about that later. And let's head over to his office. Left bracket lead. New lead added to the case file. Right bracket. Talk. Travel. Investigate. New lead added to the case file. Talk. Chandelier. Back. Chandelier. Justina, I'm still thinking about Chandra. Justina, watching her get fired like that, it was rough. And, well, I certainly don't hold much respect for the Eubanks. And, but you could tell Mrs. Eubank didn't want to do that. Justina, if you were in their shoes, would you fire her? Hunt. And, no, I wouldn't. I would give her a second chance. What about you? Justina, I think I'd have to. She broke their trust. Justified or not, you can't really recover from that. And, well, all we can really do now is solve this case to ensure her firing wasn't in vain. Justina, yeah, we'll do it for Chandra. Chandelier. Back. Talk. Travel. Investigate. Motel. Flowers. Lot. Garage. Back. Motel. Justina, I've got to say, this is a bit of a dreary-looking building. Justina, left Aaron, not that my apartment building is much better, right, Aaron? And it may not look like much, but to the kids here, it's home. And it's an older building, but they keep it in good shape. Justina, I'm surprised it's still here. The land it's on is probably worth a good amount. And maybe so, but I'd rather see it used for something good, like an orphanage, rather than some luxury condo. Justina, you've got a good point. Justina, left Aaron, this city has already seen enough gentrification, right, Aaron? Motel selected. Flowers. Justina, there's some pretty yellow flowers over here. Justina, it's nice to see some greenery amongst all this concrete. Justina, let's see, looks like there's a sign with them. Justina, quote, may all who live here grow as strong and beautiful as these poppy flowers, quote. And these flowers were put here by Mrs. Eubank. And glad to see them still here. Justina, left Aaron, it sounds like Mrs. Eubank, that's for sure, right, Aaron? Flowers selected. Lot. Justina, you know, we could have parked closer. This lot is pretty empty. And I don't want any children to see a police car pull up and think there was trouble. And so I always park further away when I visit. Justina, why would they think that? And if a child runs away, the police are called. When a child needs protection from a bad household, the police are called. And last thing I want these kids worrying about is Bill getting in trouble. And personally, I feel like these things should be left up to social services, not us. And let the specialists handle cases involving children, it's what they are trained for. Justina, I never considered any of that. Justina, left Aaron, here I was only thinking about walking less, right, Aaron? Lot selected. Garage. Justina, looks like a garage. Justina, I don't think I've ever seen a motel with a garage. And the original owners of the place used to live here, so that's where they stored their vehicles. And now it's used for maintenance. Justina, I wonder what's inside. And there's not much to see. Maybe we'll swing by there later. Garage selected. Back. Talk. Travel. Director's office. Back. Director's office. The 24th of April, 8:38 at M Class Orphanage Director's office. Justina, hello. Anyone home? Bill, Ernest, what are you doing here? And Bill, good to see you. Let me introduce you to my assistant. And Justina, this is Bill Klaus, Director of the Klaus Orphanage. Left bracket profile. Bill Klaus added to your profiles. Right bracket. Bill Klaus added to your profiles. And Bill, this is Justina, the newest member of the precinct. Bill Klaus added to your profile. Bill, nice to meet you. Congratulations on joining the force. Justina, thanks. Justina, left Aaron. Do I seriously look like a police officer? Right, Aaron? Bill, back on topic. Why are you here? And can't an old friend just say hi? Bill, you never come here just to say hi. Ernest, what do you want? And you got me. I'm here about the accident last month. And we never did catch the culprit, so I wanted to change that. Bill, not this again. Bill, look, Ernest, I already told the police to drop it. It's water under the bridge now. And I'm not here as a police officer, but as a friend. And someone almost killed you. I'm not letting them get off scot-free. Justina, left Aaron. I'm kind of impressed at how he can lie about a real reason, right, Aaron? Bill, then why wait a month? Justina, left Aaron, and he saw right through it, right, Aaron? And this isn't really my jurisdiction. I'm not supposed to be investigating this. And I guess you could say that I finally entered my loose-dash cannon cop phase. Bill, loose-dash cannon cop phase. And if I acted too quickly, the chief would throw the book at me. And but he's likely forgotten about this case by now. Bill, fine, whatever, I believe you. Bill, I really don't have much to say about the matter, but I'll tell you what I told the last detective. Bill, I had just gotten out of a meeting with the landlady when I headed out for my car. Bill, Meg was fixing it up for me. I didn't see her around, so I figured she was done. Bill, I had barely left the parking lot before the brakes failed, and I crashed. Bill, thankfully, I was driving slowly, so I wasn't hurt badly. Bill, can't say the same for my car though. I haven't been able to drive it since. Klaus statement, on the day of the accident, Bill had left a meeting with his landlady when the brakes in his car failed. As he was driving slowly, he was injured. Left bracket statement, quote Bill Klaus statement recorded in the case file, quote right bracket, Bill Klaus statement recorded in the case file, Bill Klaus statement recorded in the case file, Bill Klaus statement recorded in the case file, Meg, you mean your Meg was working on it? Meg, you mean your Meg was working on it? Bill, yep, all those years working with the landlady is paying off. Justina, who's Meg? When Bill set this whole place up, she was one of the first kids here. I never thought I'd see her all grown up. Bill, you know, she still doesn't want to go to college, she just wants to work in some mechanic shop. Bill, I keep telling her that she's capable of more, but she won't listen. Let her live before she becomes old and crusty like us. Bill, speak for yourself, I'm still strong as an ox. Bill, you could be too, if you ever join me at the gym. If the gym ever gets robbed, I'll be there right away. Until then, a detective's job is never done. Bill, right, always with the excuses, Ernest. Bill, well, since you're here, I suppose you can stay for a while. Bill, it's not much, but it is home. Talk. Review statement. Orphanage's location. Meg's ambition. Dropping the case. Back. Review Meg's ambition. Orphanages. Justina, I wanted to ask, why open an orphanage in a motel? Justina, it's so unusual. Bill, it is, but it is an important location. Bill, it's within walking distance of both Whitehall Academy and the Church of the First Lotus. Bill, providing good academic and spiritual education took priority over everything else. Justina, Whitehall Academy. It's a pretty prestigious school, the best one in the city. It admits all grades. Plus, it's free for anyone who passes the rigorous entrance exam. Justina, are all the children here go there? Bill, yeah, I created this orphanage specifically for children who could attend Whitehall. Say, Bill, when I met brilliant children like Megan, I wanted to provide that opportunity for them. Bill, any child with the aptitude could come and stay here. Justina, why set up an orphanage just to be close to a school? Justina, can't the kids just live wherever and still go to Whitehall? Bill, in theory, yes. In practice, no. Bill, before coming here, some of the kids live over an hour away, excluding traffic. Bill, the time adds up, and most would rather go to a closer school. To them, school is school, each one the same. Bill, but it's not. Where you learn impacts your whole life. Bill speaks from experience. He lived outside the city, but still showed up early every day. It was like he slept in the school. Bill, unlike you, who practically ran into class right before the bell rang. Bill, every single day. Hey, I still got perfect attendance. But if anyone knows the importance of a short commute, it would be him. Bill, it may seem small, but for these kids, it gives them the time I wish I had. Bill, in any case, this was the only place I could get, so I buckled down and got it. Bill, it might have seemed crazy at first, but we made it work. Bill, the landlady could give me more details. She's in her office today. Bill, she's in a meeting right now, but knowing you won't let that stop you. Left bracket area, quote, you can now travel to the landlady's office, quote, right bracket, you can now travel to the landlady's office, dot, when you want to head there, Ms. Assistant, let me know. You can now travel to left bracket lead, new lead added to the case file, right bracket, new lead added to the case file, new lead added to the case file, review statement. Orphanage's locate Meg's ambition. Justina, why are you so against Meg being a mechanic? Justina, it sounds to me like she found her passion in life. Bill, she's capable of so much more, her grades prove it. Bill, she could attend the best college in the city. Bill, but instead she just wants to work on cars all day. She only found her passion because of this chance you gave her. Isn't that a success? Bill. Justina, you know, my parents were pretty adamant that I go to our school when I graduated. Justina, they're both artists, so it made sense to them. They thought I had a lot of potential for it. Justina, I didn't want to disappoint them, so I did it. I like art, and I'll learn a lot, but ultimately it wasn't for me. Justina, and now, all I have to show for it is a degree I'll never use. Justina, left Aaron, and my actual job is the furthest thing from art you can get, right, Aaron? Justina, if you push Meg to go to college for something she doesn't have any drive for, she'll just be wasting her time. Justina, time she could be spending pursuing her true dream. Bill, I suppose you have a point. Bill, I'll give it some thought. Review statement. Orphanage's Meg's ambition dropping the case. Justina, why did you ask the police to drop the case? Justina, don't you want us to catch the person who caused it? Bill, to tell you the truth, I already know who did it. Justina, you do, I thought. Bill, if Swift says the kid didn't do it, he didn't do it. Bill, if Swift says the kid didn't do it, he didn't do it. Justina, hold on, what kid? Bill, just some kid from the area. He went to school with Meg and graduated last year. Bill, when rumor went around about the crash, he took credit for the thing. Justina, and you're only saying this now. Justina, why wouldn't you want him arrested? Detective Swift had already looked into him. He's nothing more than a graffiti artist. Bill, if he says he did it, he did it. Bill, but nevertheless, a lot of employers turn people down for a criminal record, no matter how small. Bill, I don't want to ruin the kid's life. Justina, if he didn't actually do it, then why take credit for it? How about we find out? Left bracket area, you can now travel to the alleyway, right bracket, you can now travel to the alleyway, dot, Sophie wrote down where he hangs out, let's go pay him a visit. You can now travel to the alleyway, left bracket lead, new lead added to the case file, right bracket, new lead added to the case file, new lead added to the case file, review statement. Orphanage's Meg's ambition, dropping the case, Whitehall Academy, Church of the First Lotus, back. Reviews Orphanage Meg's dropping the Whitehall Academy. Justina, I didn't know that so many kids were capable of going to such a fancy school. Justina, left Aaron, I certainly couldn't, my childhood was spent struggling for a passing grade, right Aaron? Bill, there's a lot of children that, because of their circumstances, can't live up to their true potential. Bill, orphan children, in particular, are pretty vulnerable to being ignored by the system. Bill, people don't think much about education for these kids. Bill, they think all they need to do is wait until they are adopted, thinking little about what happens if they aren't. Bill, that's why I fight against being a quote traditional quote orphanage. I want to break that stereotype. Bill, they all deserve a bright future, and I intend to give it to them. Justina, now I feel bad for the kids who can't make it in. Bill, you're not alone, but Whitehall thankfully offers tests for all grades year round. Bill, so if they fail once, they can always try again next time. The class orphanage might seem strange, but there are few places with such lofty goals. I hope one day this place becomes the standard, not the exception. Justina, I hope so too. Justina, left Aaron, no wonder he was upset about the robbery. This place means so much to him, right, Aaron? Review statement. Orphanage Meg's dropping Whitehall Church of the First Lotus. Justina, I forgot the Church of the First Lotus was near here. My parents often used to take me there when I was younger. Bill, getting the kids to attend is the hardest part. Most of them try to avoid coming if they can. I say let them choose if they want to or not. You're wasting your time if you force them. Justina, are you not religious, sir? Religion and I don't get along. I respect our faithful, but you won't see me step inside a church willingly. The gods can afford having one less faithful among us. Justina, you shouldn't say that. Your next life might be as a flower or a bee if you're not careful. Bill, Ernest never joined us at the church when we were younger. Bill, even if he starts now, the best he'll get is a fish. I'll take my chances, just prop. Review statement. Orphan Meg White Church of the back. Talk. Travel. Investigate. Folders. Painting. TV. Notes. Trash. Chair. Back. Folders. Bill, excuse the mess. I haven't had time to tidy things up. Justina, left Aaron. It's like a teenager's bedroom, right Aaron? We could help you clean up. Bill, no, I'll get to it later. So, never. Bill, no comment. Justina, left Aaron. Let's see. Looks like you'll finish his ledger, right Aaron? Justina, left Aaron. Expenses for last month were $15,000 and he paid them all on time. My dad could learn a thing or two about record keeping, right Aaron? Justina, left Aaron. Better write this down before I get caught slipping, right Aaron? Klaus financial ledger. A ledger of the orphanage's expenses from last month, totaling $15,000, all of which were paid for on time. Folders selected. Painting. Justina, this painting looks familiar. Justina, oh, Chandra had this same painting in her room. Justina, hey Bill, where'd you get this? Bill, it was a gift from the Eubanks. It had some cheesy line attached to it. Bill, quote, with hard work intelligence, anyone can sort a great heights, quote. Priceless coming from a family born from wealth. It's like someone stuffed with food wondering how anyone could go hungry. Bill, as tone deaf as it may seem, it's inspiring for the kids. Bill, I, for one, would like to think we can live in a world where that's true. Justina, I guess that explains why it's mass produced. Justina, left Aaron. Maybe Chandra keeps the painting in her room for the same reason, right Aaron? Painting selected. TV. Justina, that's a nice dash-looking TV. Bill, it was part of the motel before we moved in. There's one just like it in every room. Justina, must be tough getting the kids to focus on homework with all those TVs around. Bill, that's what I thought, but all that on them is public access and the news. Bill, turns out, the landlady's family never paid for more than the most basic cable package. Justina, now I feel bad for them. TV selected. Notes. Justina, you've got a lot of sticky notes here. They're called sticky notes for a reason. He's been stuck to them for his entire life. Bill, it's a small price to pay in order to keep track of everything. Justina, you've got receipts here from last month. Justina, left Aaron. Talk about organized. I don't remember the last time I kept a receipt for something, right Aaron? Bill, whenever Meg or I order anything, I keep the receipts for at least 3 months. Justina, left Aaron. Looks like she ordered brakes at 1:15 p.m. on the day of the accident. I better write that down, right Aaron? Car brakes receipt. A receipt for car brakes purchased by Meg at 1:15 p.m. Save. Load. Save settings. Car brakes receipt. A receipt for car brakes purchased by Meg at 1:15 p.m. on the day of the crash. The brakes were ordered for pickup at a local auto parts store. Notes selected. Trash. Justina, left Aaron. Leaving trash on the floor. Even my teenage room was cleaner than this, right Aaron? Justina, left Aaron. Wait, what's this? Red line insurance, right Aaron? Bill, just throw it in the trash can. It's worthless. Justina, isn't insurance important? Bill, it's who I get my car insurance from. They refused my claim for repairs after the crash. Justina, why? It's not your fault. Bill, try telling them that. They used every trick in the book to make it seem like I was irresponsible. Bill, so I gave up. I have kids to take care of and other life obligations. I don't have time to fight a claim like this. Justina, but you shouldn't give up. It's your car. Bill, unfortunately, that's how they get you. Wear you down until it's too much of a hassle to keep going. Bill, the people at Redline might as well be running an organized crime ring. Bill, it doesn't matter anyways. I was able to get the money together to repair the car myself. Justina, left Aaron. I feel bad for Bill. I hope you can settle this soon, right Aaron? Justina, left Aaron. I should keep note of this letter, right Aaron? Insurance letter. A letter from Bill's insurance company disputing his claim for damages on his car. Left bracket lead completed, right bracket lead completed. Trash selected. Chair. Justina, hey, it's a spinny chair. Justina, we have some in the office, but this one looks way more cozy. Bill, if you have to sit on a chair all day, you need something good to support your back. Bill, this was the best investment in my life. Justina, hey detective, you think Sue could get us these chairs? I think that would require you to stay at your desk for more than an hour. Justina, well, it was worth a shot. Chair selected. Back. Talk. Travel. Investigate. Talk. Travel. Outside. Landlady's office. Outside. Talk. Travel. Investigate. Talk. Chandra. Bill Klaus. Justina, you and Bill seem pretty close. Do you come see him often? From time to time, when I get the chance, we are not as close as we used to be. One of the things about being older is that you see your friends less. Justina, yeah, I can't remember the last time I met up with my old friends from high school. Justina, maybe I should get together with them again. Justina, in any case, how come you never decided to help solve this case sooner? Justina, you seem like the type of guy to move mountains for your friends. I think part of me just forgot it was a crime. To me, it was an accident. Bill walked away from his car alive, and that's what matters most. Remember, this is Detective Swift's case to solve, not ours. Like Sue told us before, this is just our cover. Justina, left Aaron, cover or not, I can't just leave this unsolved. Maybe I could talk to Sophie, right Aaron? Chandra. Bill Klaus, back. Talk. Save.
Yeah, so we've just been through his office.
Talk. Perfect.
I did all that stuff.
Travel. Investigate. Talk. Travel. Director's office. Landlady's office. Alleyway. Back. Direct landlady's office. Alleyway.
Yeah, let's talk to the kid. I want to talk to the kid.
Justina, looks like no one's here at the moment. Justina, I should go explore other areas more and come back here later. Outside. Director's office. Landlady's office. Outside. Director's office.
Why even?
Landlady's office. Outside. Direct landlady's office.
Yeah, I don't know why you did that.
Landlady's office. Justina, left Aaron. This is quite the office, right Aaron? Colon. It's you two again. Justina, F dash. Justina, Ferris. Justina, what are you doing here? Ferris, my husband and I wanted to make sure our relationship with the Klaus orphanage remains intact. Ferris, we're not going to stand around while you drag our company's name through the mud. Colon, you could even say that they want to make your company. Colon, disappear. Colon, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the wondrous office of the world's greatest illusionist, Maggie Shawn. Justina, hang on, your office, you're the landlady. Justina, left Aaron, she's not at all what I expected, right Aaron? Maggie, sure am. Now, pick a card. Ferris, I hate to ruin the magic, but her real name is Annie Card. Her parents owned the motel before your village was set up. Annie, Ferris, I told you to call me by my stage name. Annie, I spent the whole night coming up with it. Left bracket profile. Any card added to your profiles. Right bracket. Any card added to your profiles. Justina, it's nice to meet you. Maggie Sean, world's greatest illusionist. Any card added to your profiles.
I
Gotta
spent
be
a-
honest, you should have just stuck with her normal name. It's a much better magician name.
Annie Card? Yeah.
Yeah. Like Maggie Sean is just a name.
Yeah.
But Annie Card is
Annie
like
Card is such a magician name. Why wouldn't you? Yeah, that's so weird.
Why wouldn't you just stick with it?
Just go with it. Yeah.
They should have swapped it. Had Maggie
Swap
Sean
it,
just
yeah.
be her real
Swap
name and
it.
Annie Card is the stage name.
Yeah.
Because then it's funny. Then it's really funny. It's still funny, but then it's more funny.
Well, no, this way is funny in an ironic way.
Yeah, true. Maybe that's what they were going for.
That's what they're going for.
Justina, I'm Justina Smith, world's greatest police clerk.
Well, yeah, you really, really work outside of your duties.
Annie, haha, I knew you were a cop. My magical intuition told me so. Justina, a police clerk isn't. Annie, my magical intuition also says you're here to talk about some kind of embezzlement claim. Hunt, impressive. Your magical intuition is right yet again.
Yeah. You just heard about that, didn't you? Magical intuition.
Yeah.
Ferris, I told Annie, Maggie. Ferris, you know, this office is quite cluttered. Perhaps we should have it instant dash. Annie, oh dash on second thought. Annie is fine for now. Ferris, right, as I was saying, I told Annie about it. If there are any bad apples here, she would know. Justina, in the case, what can you tell us about the charity? Ferris, well, I can give you the basic rundown. Ferris, Eubank Investments raises money for the orphanage each year in accordance with the national charity standards. Ferris, any money raised by the class charity can only be used directly for the orphanage. Ferris, each year, an audit takes place to ensure money is properly handled. Ferris, over the past 5 years we've raised money, we haven't failed a single audit. Mrs. Eubank's statement, according to Mrs. Eubank, any money raised by the class charity can only be used to pay for orphanage expenses. Both parties have passed every audit. Left bracket statement, quote Ferris Eubank's statement recorded in the case file, quote right bracket. Ferris Eubank's statement recorded in the case file, Hunt, you lawyers sure know how to say very little with a lot of words. Ferris Eubank's statement recorded in the case file, Hunt. Ferris, anything more would be against the interests of Eubank Investments. Justina, say, Annie, have you ever heard of BG Turtles? Annie, if you pick a card, I'll tell you. Ferris, we know nothing about that, I assure you. Annie, stop ruining my tricks. Justina, oh well, it was worth asking. Hunt, since we're here, do you mind if we ask you about the car crash last month? Annie, oh, that, I thought Bill decided to drop it. Hunt, we're here to investigate the matter as well. Annie, seems like a waste of time, but whatever, what do you want to know? Hunt, can you tell us where you were before the crash? Annie, sure thing. Annie, I had a meeting with Bill around 1:30 p.m. in the day. Annie, we took a break about 10 minutes later, and I showed off one of my tricks. Annie, we finished up around 1:50 p.m. and that's when Bill headed out. Annie, I saw someone running away from the building around then, but I couldn't make out who it was. Annie, then, moments later, like magic, Annie, boom, Bill crashed his car.
And Meg ordered brakes at 1:15, I believe. So that was before the crash. Just an interesting point to note.
Card statement, Annie claims that she performed a magic trick for Bill at 1:45 p.m. She also claims that she saw someone running away right before the crash. Left bracket statement, quote Annie card statement recorded in the case file, quote right bracket.
Also,
Annie card statement
that's a
recorded in the
very
case file.
short and unproductive meeting. Started at 1:30, stopped 15 minutes later for a magic trick and left.
That's an excellent meeting.
Yeah, like, I'd take
I wish
that.
all work meetings were 15 minutes long
Say, Hunt, thank you, Annie.
or less.
Hunt, do you mind if we look around a bit? Ferris, excuse you, but we're in a meeting right now. Hunt, perfect, you can keep talking while we look around. Annie, I don't mind, I got nothing to hide. Annie, just don't go around trying to figure out my magic secrets. Annie, a magician never reveals those. Talk. Ferris Eubank. Annie card, back. Ferris Eubank. Review statement. Eubank estate. Bill's audit. Eubank estate.
Oh, we get to review this. Well, yeah, we get to review. Not every statement has holes in it, right? Like last time we didn't
some
have.
are good.
Review statement.
Yeah.
Some are just pieces of information.
Eubank estate. Justina, how are things back at the estate? Justina, it must be different with Oliver and Chandra gone. Ferris, our home is shaken, but we are recovering. Ferris, we've already started the search for their replacements. Ferris, in fact, my husband and I have already found a prospective new chef. Ferris, we plan to interview them tomorrow. Justina, I see, how about 5? It must be quite the adjustment for her. Ferris, you have no business to be discussing my daughter. Justina, left Aaron, I guess she's still upset with me, right, Aaron? Review statement. Eubank Bill's audit.
Fair.
Justina, we brought up before that Bill passed every audit. Justina, do you happen to have proof of that? Ferris, that kind of information is on a need-to-no basis. Ferris, you need to pass a background check conducted by Annie. Well, I can tell you that he always paid his rent on time. Annie, always from the orphanage's account, never a penny short. Annie, here, I can show you. Ferris, Annie, you don't just give out information like that. Annie, I'm just trying to help. Hunt, don't listen to her. Your help is appreciated. Justina, left Aaron. Well, it certainly does make our lives easier, right, Aaron? Justina,
This is
left
the
Aaron.
police. Those are the people you do just give out information like that to.
Safe. Justina, left Aaron. If this is the sort of thing Ferris wants to hide from us, it has to be important. Better write it down, right, Aaron? Rent payments. According to Annie, all of the orphanage's rent payments in the past month were paid on time from the orphanage's account. Review statement. Eubank estate Bill's audit. Back. Ferris Eubank. Annie Card. Review statement. Magical origins. Bill Klaus, orphanage's location.
Magical origins.
Review statement. Magical origins. Justina, so tell me, what got you into magic? Annie, poker, of course. Justina, poker. Annie, yeah, I used to play with my family back in the day. Once they left, I didn't have anyone to play with till the kids came. Annie, so I taught them all how to play one night, and now it's a tradition. Annie, then one night, I decided to show them a card trick my dad taught me, and it was it. Annie, they kept begging me to show them more tricks, so I learned more. Annie, that's how I fell in love with the art, and stage magic was the natural evolution. Aunt, she's a natural. I got to see one of her tricks with Bill once, and she blew my socks off. Justina, so what kind of magic can you do? Annie, I do plenty, but slight dash of dash hand is my favorite. Annie, care for a demonstration. Justina, I don't know, card tricks seem a bit too childish. Annie, hey, a lot of work goes into those tricks, you know. Ferris, relax. Annie, you can't please everyone. Justina, sorry, I didn't mean anything against you by it. I just don't really get it, personally. Annie. Review statement. Magical origins. Bill Klaus. Justina, what's your relationship with Bill like? Annie, in a professional sense, he's a great tenant. I've never had any problems with him. Annie, he's always paid the rent on time, and he covers the maintenance. Annie, in return, his rent is dirt cheap. You won't find a better deal anywhere else in the city. Justina, left Aaron. Lucky Bill, my landlord just raised my rent again, right, Aaron? Annie, in a personal sense, I consider him a good friend. Annie, he always runs by his plans for the orphanage with me, and I show him my latest tricks. Annie, plus, having him around means I get to play with the kids. Annie, if it wasn't for Bill, I would have sold this place off a long time ago. Justina, left Aaron. Sounds like they have a pretty good relationship, right, Aaron? Review statement. Magical Bill Klaus. Orphanage's location. Justina, I heard Bill's side of it, but why rent this motel to an orphanage? Annie, it's pretty simple, really. My family left me in charge of this place around 7 years ago. Annie, we all knew it wasn't going to last semi. Nobody really wanted a cheap room in this bustling city anymore. Annie, then land prices went up and property tax along with it. Annie, I just couldn't afford to keep this place any longer. Annie, so after 2 years, I was desperately looking for a way out. That's when I met Bill. Ferris, Bill came to Eubank Investments looking for property for an orphanage. However, he couldn't afford to buy anything outright. Ferris, we drafted an agreement where Annie would keep ownership of the motel, but with the Klaus orphanage as the exclusive renter. Justina, so only the Klaus orphanage can rent here.
Huh. That's a very interesting and specific deal.
Yeah, they're just basically renting the building.
Yeah, they're just renting the building.
Save Ferris, so long as they keep paying rent, the Klaus orphanage can stay. Ferris, I drafted the lease myself. It's more solid than liquid ginger in nettle tea. Annie, I actually have a copy of the lease here, Semi. You can take a look at it. Orphanage's lease, the lease agreement between the motel and the Klaus orphanage, under which the Klaus orphanage cannot be evicted except for unpaid rent. Review statement. Magical Bill Klaus. Orphanage's location. Back. Orphanage back. Talk, travel, investigate. Tapes. Boxes. Props. Window.
Alright, what do we got?
Cabinet, cards, back. Tapes. Justina, looks like a box of videotapes. Annie, that's where I store the recordings of different magic tricks.
Videotapes?
Annie, I like to watch famous magicians perform tricks so I can study how they do it.
Do we not have DVDs in this world yet?
Annie, it's like playing
Unclear.
detective.
Unclear.
Save. Annie, it's like playing detective, watching the video over and over until I figure it out. Justina, watching the video again and again sounds like the worst type of detective work. Annie, magic is all about misdirection. It's really easy to make people focus on one hand while you do something else with the other. Annie, once you spot the slight dash of dash hand, you feel like a genius. Justina, left Aaron. If Detective Hunt ever makes me do this, I'm going back to management, right, Aaron? Tapes selected. Boxes. Justina, what's in all of these boxes? Annie, oh, those are just some car parts I'm saving for Meg. Annie, her birthday is coming up, so I got her some parts to upgrade her ride. Justina, aren't car parts a bit of a strange gift? Annie, not to Meg, her car means everything to her. Annie, she got an old rust dash bucket of a car for free, and she turned it into her biggest project yet. Annie, over the years, she's managed to completely rebuild it. It went from not running at all to running better than my own car. Annie, she was finally able to drive it for the first time about 2 weeks ago. Annie, there's nothing I could get her that she'd like more. Aunt, speaking of Meg, is she here today? Annie, yeah, she's still working on Bill's car. Justina, what do you mean? Annie, she's been fixing it up in her free time since the accident. Annie, she's still missing some parts that Bill has stored her, but she's been working on everything else in the meantime. Annie, if you want to see her, she's in the garage. Justina, sure, I would love to meet her. Left bracket area, you can now travel to the garage, right bracket, you can now travel to the garage dot. Justina, left Aaron, I better write down what she said, right Aaron. You can now travel to the garage. Meg's car, according to Miss Card, Meg finished rebuilding her new car 2 weeks ago on the 10th of April. Miss Card provided her with the parts and taught her much of the process. Left bracket lead, new lead added to the case file, right bracket, new lead added to the case file. Box is selected.
And is a mechanic too?
Props. Box is selected. Props.
Apparently so.
Justina, I remember these magic tricks. I saw them all the time as a kid. Annie, they're pretty simple, but the kids still love them. Annie, it never hurts to practice the basics. Annie, want to see one? Justina, maybe after we finish this case. Props selected. Window. Justina, what a quaint little window. Whose car is that? Ferris, that would be mine. Justina, that's dash. Justina, that's yours, but it's so modest. Justina, I figured you drive around some kind of expensive sports car or a 5-mile long limo. Ferris, do you also think I swim in a pool of gold in my free time? Justina, well, then dash never mind. Justina, left Aaron, well, whatever, I'll write this down anyways, right Aaron. Landlady's window, there's a quaint little window in the landlady's office, near the door. It has a decent view of the motel, including the garage. Window selected, cabinet. Annie, I see you're interested in my magic box. Annie, it's part of a grand trick I'm unveiling at my next show. Justina, what kind of trick? Annie, if you take a part, I might say. Ferris, the artist starts off with his hands free, but suddenly, they're tied up. Ferris, she then steps inside while tied up in rope and walks out completely free. Justina, what? I want to see. Annie, stop spoiling the fun. Annie, that's the last time I show you a trick ahead of time. Ferris, don't blame me, blame yourself. Justina, left Aaron, but I want to see the trick, right Aaron. Justina, still, you must be pretty excited about that show. Annie, I am. It's always been my dream to go on tour with my magic. Annie, oh, but this is just a local show. With all my responsibilities here at the orphanage, I can't really up and leave when I want to. Annie, so I consider this show to be like a practice run. Justina, left Aaron, let's see, you wouldn't know it by looking at it, but there seems to be some wheels hidden underneath it, right Aaron. Justina, left Aaron, I can move it around pretty easily like this, right Aaron. Hunt, looks like the back of the cabinet is loose. I think she can get through there. Justina, what are you doing? You're ruining the magic. Hunt, a detective can't leave any stone unturned, Ms. Assistant. Justina, oh well, too late now, might as well add it to the evidence. Magic cabinet, a cabinet used for one of Annie's magic tricks. The back of the cabinet has a hidden door, and there are wheels underneath it to allow it to be moved easily. Left bracket lead completed, right bracket, lead completed, cabinet selected. Cards.
Oh man, this stage of the game where we collect a ton of crap,
Cabinet
and
selected.
later we're gonna
Yep.
have to sort through it. God damn it!
Cards. Cabinet cards. Justina, so what sort of tricks do you use these cards for?
Like we didn't use half the stuff we collected last case.
Nope. Sometimes you just don't use it.
Annie, there's a special one I like to play with the kids. Annie, we play poker and I make their lunch money disappear. Justina, why dash? Justina, you gamble with kids. Annie, only kidding. We just play every Friday for fun. No money involved. Annie, it's the one day of the week they get to learn some real life skills. Annie, after all, if you know how to read a face, you can take on the world. Justina, that's a unique life skill. Cards selected. Back.
Okay, I guess we're done here.
Travel. Outside. Director's office. Garage. Alleyway. Back. Alley. Garage. The 24th of April, 9:56 at M Class Orphanage Garage. Justina, so this is the garage. Hunt, it doubles as the maintenance room. I wonder if Meg's here. Colon, hey Ernest. Colon, what you doing here? Hunt, just here to check up on Bill. I wanted to know if his recovery was going well. Hunt, oh, I got myself an assistant since the last time I was here. This is Justina Smith, my very own protege. Justina, by quote protege quote, he means I have to lug around all the evidence and drive him everywhere. Hunt, that, my dear student, is how you learn. Meg, nice to meet you. Justina, I'm Megan Kaniki, but you can just call me Meg. Justina, pleasure to meet you, Meg. Justina, do you work here? Meg, yeah, I do all of the maintenance here, though at the moment I've been preoccupied with Bill's car. I'm a mechanic too, you know. Justina, you seem a little young to be a mechanic. Meg, I'm perfectly old enough. I just turned 18. I've just got a lot of talent. Left bracket profile. Megan Kaniki added to your profiles. Right bracket. Megan Kaniki added to your profiles. Meg, I even made this helmet myself. Megan Kaniki added to your profile. Meg, what you think? Cool, huh? Justina, hold on. Aren't those supposed to cover your entire face? Meg, hey, it's still a work in progress. Hunt, it looks great to me. Hunt, anyways, while you were here, we wanted to see if we could finally solve the mystery behind Bill's accident. Meg, I really don't think you should worry about it. It was just a harmless prank, after all.
Oh, it's her. It's definitely her.
Justina, harmless. Bill could have died.
It's definitely her, dude.
Meg, I don't think it was meant to be that serious. Justina, what do you mean? Meg, well, the kids here get bullied a lot. Meg, so I think it was just someone who wanted to mess with us and got a little carried away. Meg, I don't think any good is going to come out of making a big deal of it. It's better to just let it go. Hunt, I understand how you feel, but Bill is my friend. Intentional or not, he could have gotten really hurt. Hunt, I'm not going to rest until I solve it. Justina, left Aaron, H-hang on. Isn't this just our cover story? Why is he so into this all of a sudden? Right, Aaron? Justina, left Aaron. Well, whatever. I'll just go along with it for now, right, Aaron? Justina, all we want is to know what happened that day. Can you tell us where you were? Meg? Meg, alright, but I don't have much to say. Meg, I was working on Bill's car the day of the crash, just fine-tuning some things. Meg, I didn't notice any major issues, so I went on break at 1:45 p.m. Meg, by the time I got back, Bill was already in the car, and he took off. Meg, he had an issue with the brakes, and next thing I knew he had crashed into a tree. Meg, I made sure Bill was safe. I couldn't say the same for his car, though it was in pretty bad shape. Meg, I've been working on fixing it up, just waiting on a few more parts, and she'll be good as new. Kaniki's statement, Meg claims she was working on Bill's car until 1:45 p.m. on the day of the crash. Bill has since hired her to repair his car for him, which she has almost finished. Left bracket statement, quote, Megan Kaniki's statement recorded in the case file.
He
Quote,
hired her.
Megan Kaniki's statement recorded in the case file. Justina, so the culprit must have tampered with the brakes during the break. Megan Kaniki's statement recorded in the case file. Justina, left Aaron, brakes. I feel like I'll be saying these words a lot today, right, Aaron?
Oh god, yeah.
Meg, yeah, my break is 15 minutes long, so there would have been plenty of time to pull it off. Hunt, still, that suggests to me that this was planned. Someone waited until they knew there wouldn't be anyone around the car. Justina, that would also mean the culprit must have known the hours you work. Justina, who knows about your schedule? Meg, I mean, it's not much of a secret. All the kids know, and so do Bill and Annie. Meg, let's see. I also do part-time work at the mechanic shop. My co-workers there know my schedule here as well. Justina, left Aaron. I can't believe she's doing so much at 18. I can barely handle this one job, and I'm 4 years older than her. Right, Aaron? Justina, doesn't seem like we'll be able to narrow it down with just that, then. Hunt, say, Meg, do you mind if we poke around in here for a bit? Meg, I don't mind, but the accident was a month ago. I'm not really sure what you expect to find. Talk. Travel. Investigate. Talk. Review statement. Becoming a mechanic. Car brakes. Bill Klaus. Orphanage. Back. Review becoming a mechanic. Justina, so how did you end up becoming a mechanic? Meg, funnily enough, from Annie. Meg, when I moved in 5 years ago, I saw her working on her car. Meg, turns out she'd been working with machinery since she was a kid. Meg, I started watching her and we bonded over it. Justina, how? I thought she was just a magician. Meg, she's both. It's how she learned to make her own stage tools. Meg, so after getting the basics from her, I started learning more on my own. Meg, that's how I got here. Meg, I just wish Bill would be more supportive. Hunt, Bill's a bit of a hardhead, but he does it out of love. Hunt, just show him how happy this makes you, and he'll turn around. Review statement. Becoming the car brakes. Justina, how could someone have messed up the brakes? Weren't you here all day? Meg, I left the garage unattended during my break. Perfect time for someone to come. Meg, I take my breaks over by my old room. Meg, part of me really misses living here. Justina, I can't blame you. I moved out of my parents' place, but I visit them so often that I forget I ever left. Hunt, but to be young, back in my day, I couldn't wait to move out. Justina, you say that like you're an old man. You're still in your 30s. Hunt, years on the force make you feel older. Review statement. Become car brakes. Bill Klaus. Justina, so what do you think of Bill? Meg, he's nice, if not a bit overbearing. Meg, he's always going on about school and church. Meg, but he loves kids, and he loves what he does. Meg, growing up here wasn't always easy, but it could have been a lot worse. Justina, sounds like a pretty good guy. Meg, yeah, if only he'd quit trying to make me go to college. Hunt, he'll come around. It's just hard for him to accept that college isn't for everyone. Justina, left Aaron. I know how it is. My dad was the same way, right, Aaron? Review statement. Becoming car brakes. Bill Klaus. Orphanage. Justina, what was it like growing up here? Justina, it's certainly a unique environment. Meg, sure it took some getting used to, that's for sure. Meg, but I really like the other kids that were here. We were all sort of like one big family. Meg, Bill was kind of a father figure to us, still is, I guess. Justina, what did you do for fun? Meg, well, you didn't hear this from me, but sometimes we pull some pranks on Bill. Meg, just harmless fun. One time, I swapped around the wiring in his car. Meg, the look on his face when the AC dial started changing the radio, priceless. Justina, left Aaron, note to self, don't let many other cruiser right Aaron. Review statement. Becoming mechanic Barbara, Bill Klaus, orphanage. Back. Orphan, Bill Klaus, orphan, back. Talk. Travel, investigate. Car. Box, tools, dolly, straight, step back. Car. Justina, what an interesting car. I take it this is Bill's car. Meg, sure is. I'll have it fully repaired and back to its former glory soon. Hunt, R-R, I'm glad you kept the original paint color, still yellow as always. Hunt, this thing always takes me back. Bill and I used to ride this baby for miles. Justina, I don't understand why you want a yellow car, it's hideous. Hunt, what did yellow cars ever do to you? Meg, I never care about what's on the outside, it's the internals that matter to me. Meg, a good engine is what makes a car, and the engine on this one is a thing of beauty. They don't make them like this anymore. Justina, still, this car looks great. I'd never be able to tell it got into Rexamy. You did a great job repairing it. Justina, what's left to do? Meg, just waiting on a few more parts to come in. Bill already paid me for all the work. Hunt, his car is a classic, so it needs special parts that are hard to get. Meg, it's hard to find a good deal, plus the parts take forever to show up. Justina, left Aaron, I'll write this down right Aaron. Bill's car, the same one that was involved in the accident. It's a rare model, and parts for it are expensive and difficult to come by.
Not how we're not specifying the model or anything at all.
No, we can't do that.
You could make shit up, like, you know. It always throws me out when they do that, like, oh, yeah, it's a classic. It's this thing, it's this special thing, but we're not naming things. We can't name things or specify exactly what it is. We're just gonna tell you, yeah, it's you know, it's a classic car and difficult to come by parts, and that's it. You could make it up. No.
Yeah, they could just make up a car name very easily.
Yeah.
Box. Justina, what a lonely dash-looking box, all alone in the corner. Meg, oh there, that's where I keep my spare rope. Justina, what do you need rope for? Meg, it comes in handy for a lot of things. It's good to have on hand. Justina, harp, this one looks all short and frayed. Justina, and some of these other ones are all knotted together. Meg, harp, that's weird. Meg, I could have sworn I still had a long spool of rope in there. Meg, the stuff is useless to me in that state. I guess I'll have to go buy some more. Justina, for now, I'll take note of it. Rope box, the box in the garage for storing rope. It's full of tangled, frayed rope. Meg claims there was originally one long spool of rope inside. Box selected. Tools. Justina, you've got a lot of tools here. Meg, yep, I got everything we need to fix this place up. Meg, wrenches, nuts, bolts, chainsaws. Justina, chainsaws.
Oh.
Meg, they make trimming the trees way more fun. Justina, that sounds really dangerous. Meg, it's completely safe with this helmet. Meg, it may be harder to see, but I don't have to worry about anything hitting my face. Justina, that makes it even worse.
Yeah. No, chainsaws are fucking scary.
I love the sound of the chainsaw, but would I handle one myself? I don't know, man. I don't know about that.
If you could not pay me enough.
Dolly. Justina, oh hey, I remember this thing. What's it called again? Meg, it's called the dolly. Justina, my dad had one that I rode all the time as a kid. I'd take it to the top of a hill and then roll down. Hunt, I never knew you were a daredevil. Justina, I was, briefly. Then my sister ratted me out to my parents. Justina, so what do you use this thing for? Meg, it makes getting under cars a lot easier. Meg, it's also nice for moving heavy stuff around. Justina, left Aaron, maybe using it like a toy was a bad idea, right Aaron? Dolly selected, spray paint. Justina, what's with all the spray paint? Meg, spray paint gets a bad reputation, but it's cheap and versatile. Meg, I used this stuff a lot back in high school, so I'm a bit of an expert. Hunt, looks like some of these are labeled F.N. Meg, those belong to someone I used to know, just throw them away. Justina, did something happen? Meg, it's nothing. Justina, left Aaron, I'll write that down, right Aaron. Spray paint, a can of spray paint in Meg's garage. Someone has sprayed the initials F.N onto it. Spray paint selected. Stepladder. Justina, hey detective, a stepladder. Hunt, it sure is, let's move on. Justina, hold on, it could be important. Hunt, it's just a stepladder, those are never important. Justina, says you, maybe this stepladder is the key to solving the case. Hunt, oh really? Hunt, I'd love to hear your theory. Justina, well, Justina, maybe they dash no, that doesn't work. Hunt, why don't you think about it while we investigate, and if you think it's important, then we'll come back here straight away. Justina, fine, but if I'm right, you owe me a latte. Hunt, and if I'm right, Justina, I'll buy you a latte. Hunt, this seems like a very one-sided bet. Stepladder selected.
Oh, I got an achievement. Okay.
Back. Talk.
What is the significance of stepladders?
Travel.
I have no idea. I don't know. I assume that's a reference to some other game.
Must be.
Or like movie or something, but I have no idea.
Yeah. Right.
Talk. Travel.
Well, I'm a bit lost now because we collected a billion things.
Outside.
So I don't know which statements I should review and which I shouldn't, but whatever. It's just...
Is there any other... Where else can you go? Check here?
Yeah, alleyway.
Justina, looks like no one's here at the moment.
Still no one here.
Justina,
okay.
I should go explore other areas more and come back here later, outside.
Wait, we can still go outside and talk to our boy.
Chandelier, Bill Klaus, Annie Card. Justina, Miss Card is quite a character. Justina, she seems to care about the orphanage a lot. Justina, all my landlord cares about is that my rent is paid on an exact day. Hunt, it's a unique situation. I'm happy Bill found this place. Justina, I'd be a lot less frustrated with renting if I had a landlord like her. Hunt, if you don't like your landlord, you could always find a better place. Justina, have you seen apartment prices in this city? I'd need my pay to be doubled before I could afford anything better. Justina, left Aaron, either that, or I'd have to move back in with my parents, right Aaron? Hunt, I'm with you there. Chandelier. Built Annie Card, Megan Kaniki. Justina, Meg seems like a pretty skilled mechanic, especially at only 18. Justina, when I was 18, I didn't even know how to file my own tax returns. Hunt, everyone has something they're good at, not to brag or anything, but I used to be the champion of the arcade. Justina, really, I'd have never guessed. Hunt, looks can be deceiving, Ms. Assistant. For example, you may just look like an unassuming clerk. Hunt, but really, you're pretty skilled at detective work. Hunt, you might even run me out of a job. Justina, I've only done as well as I have because of you. I'm not remotely qualified for this. Hunt, who said you can't get those qualifications? Hunt, if you ever
I don't know,
wanted to
you've
finally
come
join
up
the
with
club, I'm sure you'd be great
everything.
at it. Say, Hunt, if you ever wanted to finally join the club, I'm sure you'd be great at it. Hunt, that is, assuming Sue would let you go. Justina, left Aaron, I think I'll just stick to what I'm comfortable with. Paperwork is nice and safe, right, Aaron? Chandelier. Built Annie Card, Megan Kaniki, back. Talk. Travel. Director's office. Landlady garage, alleyway, back, alleyway. Justina, looks like no one's here at the moment. Justina, I should go explore other areas more and come
Yeah, so we do have to go and
So yeah, there is
dispute
something you need to dispute.
outside. Director's office, landlady's office,
Okay, well, shit.
garage, outside. Director's office, landlady's
I
office.
know which. I'll give you a hint to make it slightly easier. You already pointed out the issue. You already mentioned it when we were talking earlier.
What did I point out? I pointed out the breaks.
Director's office, landlady's office,
So where was that? Here?
Ferris Eubank. Annie Card, back.
Wasn't that
Ferris
Ferris?
Eubank.
I don't know why it would be Ferris, but I feel like it...
It was
Review
the.
statement.
It was the receipt. You got the receipt here.
Justina, left Aaron, I should listen to her statement again, right, Aaron? Ferris Eubank Investments raises money for the orphanage each year in accordance with the National Charity Standards. 1/4. Ferris, any money raised by the class charity can only be used directly for the orphanage. Ferris, each year, an audit takes place to ensure money. Ferris, over the past 5 years we raised money, we haven't failed a single audit. For repeat.
Okay, no,
End.
that's not it.
Justina, left Aaron, that's the end of her statement. End. Review statement. Eubank Estate audit, back. Talk. Travel.
Where was the time mentioned? Who mentioned the time
Investigate.
of the accident?
It's on. You have it on the receipt. Remember, you got the receipt that Meg
Travel.
ordered brakes before the accident,
Right.
and you mentioned that was weird.
Yeah, I did. But who
You need
mentioned...
to-
Where do we have the time? Like, who mentioned the time of the accident?
Investigate. Travel.
No one mentioned that specifically. It's
Oh.
like, do you want me to?
Travel. Investigate. Travel. Outside. Director's garage. Director's office. Talk. Review statement. Justina, left Aaron, I should listen to his statement. Bill, I had just gotten out of a meeting with the landlady when I headed out for my car. 1/5. Bill, Meg was fixing it up for me. I didn't see her around, so I figured she was done. 2/5.
Meg was fixing it up, and she went on break at 1:45.
Mhm.
Right about that time.
Bill, I had barely left the parking lot before the brakes failed, and I crashed. 3/5. Bill, thankfully, I was driving slowly, so I wasn't hurt badly. 4/ Bill, can't say the same for my car though. I haven't been able to drive it since. 5. Repeat.
Okay.
End. Justina, left Aaron. End. Review statement. Orphanages of Meg's ambition. Dropping the case. Whitehall Academy. Check back. Talk. Travel. Outside.
Let's just see
Landlady's office.
everyone's statements.
Garage. Alleyway. Back. Garage.
Yeah, you.
Review statement. Justina, left Aaron, I should... Meg, I was working on Bill's car the day of the crash. Just fine tuning some things. 1/6. Meg, I didn't notice any major issues, so I went on break at 1:45 p.m. 2/6. Meg, by the time I got back, Bill was already in the car, and he took off. 3/6. Meg, he had an issue with the brakes, and next thing I knew he had crashed into a tree. 4/6. Meg, I made sure Bill was safe. I couldn't say the same for his car, though it was in pretty bad shape. 5/. Meg, I've been working on fixing it up, just waiting on a few more parts, and she'll be good as new. 6. Repeat. End. Justina, end. Review statement. Becoming mechanic.
Okay.
Car brakes. Bill Clap orphanage. Back. Talk. Travel. Outside. Director's office.
Fuck, no.
Travel. Outside. Landlady garage. Landlady's office. Talk. Ferris Eubank. Annie Card. Review statement. Justina, left. Annie, I had a meeting with Bill around 1:30 p.m. the day. 1/5. Annie, about 10 minutes later, we stopped, and I showed off one of my tricks. 2/5. Annie, we finished up around 1:50 p.m. And that's when Bill headed out. 3/5.
Oh, 150, okay. So yeah, she would have been on break already.
Annie, I saw someone running away from the building around then, but I couldn't make out who it was. 4/5. Annie, then, moments later, like magic, boom, Bill crashed his car. 5/5. Repeat.
Okay, oh, fuck.
Justina, left. End. Repeat.
Wait,
Annie,
let's
I had a meeting with
see.
Bill around 1:30 p.m. the day. 1/5. Justina's I.D. statement. Class statement.
Let's see all the...
Class financial ledger. Class display statement.
Oh, God.
Class statement. Display statement.
I can summarize them briefly. You know, if you click on it, that one is her talking about the embezzlement and that she had proof of it.
Okay.
Class statement.
That's
That is
the statement you
his-
just reviewed. You just reviewed his full statement there.
Glass financial ledger.
That's
that's
just
the-
about how the money is done.
Car brakes receipt.
That's the
Right.
receipt where she bought brakes at 1:15
Yeah.
before the accident.
Yeah,
Insurance letter.
that's the
I'm not sure what that one is.
I know what that is. I saw it when you were gone.
Okay.
It's the letter from the insurance. They're denying the claim for the car.
Mhm.
Mrs. Eubanks statement.
That's we reviewed
that's
that. Her
first, yeah.
talking
Order
about
activate.
they comply with all the regulatory standards.
Mrs. Eubanks card statement.
That's We can
about the meeting
again
and stuff.
dispute the statement with itself.
Yep.
Wait, yeah, we can literally do that. Dispute the
Yep, you
statement with
can.
itself.
Rent payments.
Cool.
You know what that is.
Orphanage's lease.
Uh-huh.
We know what
Next
that
car.
is. We know what that is.
Orphan Meg's car.
Meg's car. I guess that's just the
Just
car.
the fact that she has rebuilt a car for herself.
Yeah.
Landlady's window.
The fact
Sure.
that a window
Vertical scroll
exists.
bar. Activate. Increase. Deactivate. Roadbox. Build Finnick magic landlady's window. Magic cabinet.
The magic
okay, yeah.
cabinet.
Finnicky statement.
I'm
Her
curious how that
statements-
stuff is gonna play into this. Like, just randomly, the magic cabinet starts to be a really significant piece of evidence.
Magic cabinet. Finnicky statement. Bill's car.
Bill's car,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and just that
expensive
it's
parts and
a
bullshit.
rare classic one.
Roadbox.
rope, yeah.
Yeah, the weird rope in her box.
View or vertical scroll bar.
And
Activate. Increase.
that's...
Deactivate. Spray paint.
Oh yeah, spray
Robots.
paint.
Spray paint.
Okay.
Yeah,
vertical scroll
that there
bar.
was a signature on one of her spray
Evidence
cans.
Yeah.
Profiles. Summary. Justina's
Oh,
presence of
so it is the time, right?
Meg's car.
It is
Landlady's window.
about like it's not the time exactly, not the time of the accident. It's about that
Magic
receipt. That's what I'll tell you. It's to do with that
Right.
receipt.
Magic cabinet. Finnicky statement. Bill's car. Roadbox.
The receipt that she ordered
So I
breaks
was-
early.
Yeah, so I was right about that. Like, that is interesting.
Evidence selected. Profiles.
Yeah.
Evidence view. Mrs.
That
Eubanks
is the first thing you need to press. I won't say
Insurance
with whom or
Car
where,
rate
but
receipt.
you need
Yeah,
to
yeah,
press
yeah.
that
Glass financial
receipt.
ledger. Car brakes receipt. Glass day statement. Justina present. Car brakes receipt. A receipt for car brakes purchased by Meg at 1:15 p.m. on the day of the crash. The brakes were ordered for pickup at a local auto parts store. Type evidence obtained. Bill's office.
Right.
Annie, I had a meeting with Bill around 1:30 p.m. Day dot 1/5. Annie, about 10 minutes later, we stopped and I showed off one of my tricks. 2/5.
I mean, we must press it with her, surely. Not her, but
Annie,
Meg.
Annie, I saw someone. Annie, then repeat. End. Review statement. Magical origins. Bill Klaus. Orphan back. Talk travel. Outside. Direct garage. Alleyway. Garage. Talk. Review statement. Justina left Aaron. Meg, I was working on Bill's car the day of the crash. Just fine tuning some things. 1/6. Meg, I didn't notice any major issues, so I went on break at 1:45 p.m. 2/6. Justina's day class statement. Class financial ledger. Car rate receipt. Car rate class day state. Justina's present. Justina, Meg, Bill likes to keep a lot of receipts and records lying around in his office. Justina, we found this in his room. He ordered a brand new pair of brakes at Justina, 1:15 p.m. just before the accident. Justina, if there weren't any issues with the car, why would you order a pair of brakes? Meg H-. Meg W-. I'm surprised he still has that. Bill is pretty bad at throwing away things. Mind explaining why you ordered those brakes? Meg, Meg L-. Look, I can explain. Meg, those brakes weren't for Bill's car. I ordered them for my own car.
But we just learned that his car is like super weird and has weird parts.
Meg, the brakes had worn out from overuse. Meg, I must have left the receipt in Bill's room. Meg, I paid for the brakes myself. Meg, I'll show you, but I left my car at home. Justina left Aaron. Something still seems off. I should consider looking over her statement again. Right, Aaron. Left bracket statement. Quote, Megan Kanicki's statement was updated. Quote, right bracket. Review statement. Megan Kanicki's statement was updated. Justina left Aaron. I should listen to her statement again. Right, Meg, those brakes weren't for Bill's car. I ordered them for my own car. 1/5. Justina list class car brake insurance. Mrs. Eubank view or verticals. Evidence select view or verticals. Activate. Increase. Deactivate. Spray paint. Roadbox. Bill's car. Kanicki's statement. Bill's car select. Kanicki magic land. Meg's present. Bill's car close. Bill's car present. Justina left Aaron. I don't think this is really relevant here. Right, Aaron.
Isn't it?
Justina
What
left
you're
Aaron.
saying is valid, but that's not what they want you to press.
Meg, those brakes weren't for Bill's car. I ordered them for my own car. 1/5.
I need to conform to the game. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Meg,
There
the
are a
brakes
lot
worn
of
out
times like that where there are multiple options and you need to just kind of
from-
pick
Meg,
the ones
brakes
they
worn out
want
from
you
overuse.
to.
2/5. Meg, I must have left the receipt in Bill's room. 3/5.
Was it in Bill's room? It was, right? Yeah, it was.
In his office, that's where you found it, yeah.
Meg, I paid for the brakes myself. 4/5.
Do we have anything to dispute that?
We don't know. We don't know who paid.
Yeah, like that's.
Meg, I'll show you, but I left my car at home. 5/5.
As far as we know, that's
Just
true.
last
It's
card,
not
receipt.
here.
Oh, it is?
Like, as far as we know, the
Oh,
car
yeah,
is
we
not
know,
here.
yeah.
We have not
Mate, I
seen
show you,
it
but I left
here
my-
anyway.
Okay, well,
Repeat.
so it was.
Make
So
those
that
brakes
was
work.
the.
Make the brakes had worn out from overuse. 2/5.
Oh, fuck. The number one is the right thing to
Make.
dispute, I guess.
Repeat. Make those brakes went for Bill's car.
Number one. No, number one is an option. Number two is also an option. We haven't ruled out two yet either.
Make the brakes had worn out from.
The brakes are worn out of.
On her car, the brakes had worn out from overuse.
How would we know if.
We do have info about her car.
Just clear statement. Class 5 car rate insurance letter. Car rate receipt. Mrs. Eubanks. View or vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase. The active magic cabinet. Landlady's win. Meg's car. Or finishes lease. Meg's car. Meg's car. Or rent card. Mrs. Inch present. Meg's car. According to Miss Card. Meg finished rebuilding her new car 2 weeks ago on the 10th of April. Miss Card provided all parts and taught her much of the process. Type evidence.
So I guess.
Present.
Yeah, okay.
Justina. So you ordered a brake pedal to replace the previous one in your car. Meg. Bingo. Justina. The thing is, we talked to Miss Card. She said you finished rebuilding your car. Justina. 2 weeks ago.
Ding!
Also, if I'm over hinting, feel free to tell
No,
me to shut up.
no, it's good. It's like if I was playing alone, and obviously I would be playing alone, but we're streaming, so we probably shouldn't stay here for like an hour just looking through evidence.
Say, Justina, the accident took place before then. If you couldn't even drive your car yet, how would the brakes be worn out?
Yep.
Meg, she did. Meg, I. Meg, yeah, that's right. They were worn out, just not by me. Let me explain.
Frantic
Meg,
backpedaling
the car I was rebuilding already
continues.
had brakes, but I found out they were all worn out. Meg, Annie usually helps me with parts, but she didn't have any brakes I could use, so I got them myself. Meg, I ordered them online, and then I went and picked them up when I got off work. Meg, see, it's really not a big deal. I just worded things wrong. Justina, left Aaron, HM. I guess that does explain everything, right, Aaron? Justina, left Aaron. Maybe she isn't hiding anything after all, right, Aaron? Left bracket lead completed, right bracket.
Really?
Review statement.
Is that a hint from the game that I shouldn't pursue this further, or? You're just quiet.
Yeah, I don't
okay.
think you can. Yeah, I don't think you can dispute anything further here right now.
Review statement. Review statement.
I think that is the game's
Yeah,
way of
like
saying
I don't know if
you're
I
done.
should trust the game or.
Becoming mechanic, car brakes.
Yeah, no, that is the game's way of just saying, "Hey, leave this one. You can move on for now."
All right.
Bill Klaus. Or finish.
The alleyway has now opened.
Back.
You can go there.
Travel.
Oh.
Investigate. Investigate. Travel. Outside. Direct landlady's office. Alleyway. Back. Alleyway.
Bro, how would you know this? Just oh my god, this game.
Yeah, it's
It just randomly opens stuff up. Like,
yeah.
I could be sitting here for an hour just trying to dispute shit.
Yeah, it really doesn't guide you much. I had those
Alleyway.
moments before I discovered the Steam guide of just being like, "What the fuck?"
The 24th of April, Azure City Alleyway. Justina, this art seems. Colon, hey, who the hell are you? Justina, the Dash Boy. Hunt, you know this guy? Justina, I wouldn't forget. This little punk is frying oil, but everyone calls him the Dash Boy because of his art. Say, Justina, I wouldn't forget. This little punk is frying oil, but everyone calls him the Dash Boy because of his art.
What's his name?
Fry Noel or something? I don't know how to pronounce it or spell it.
FN. That's what I wanted to check. Fry Noel. What kind of name is Fry?
Paper Perjury.
I don't know.
Justina, he vandalizes my dad's shop every week. Fry, PSH, I spread my art to a lot of places. What of it? Justina, Nickel and Diamonds Antiques. You know the store. Fry, hey, you guys are the ones who keep erasing art. Justina, take your art quote away from our shop. Hunt, mind filling me in. Justina, the Dash Boy here runs around spray dash painting on various buildings. It's always desserts, like cookies and cakes. Left bracket profile. Fry oil added to your profiles. Right bracket. Fry oil added to your profiles. Hunt, I see. So, Mr. Dash Boy, we heard you were involved in a car accident last month. Fry oil added to your profiles. Hunt, class orphanage ring any bells. Fry, PSH, that's none of your business, pal. Hunt, I'm afraid it is my business. I'm Detective Ernest Hunt, and this is my assistant, Justina Smith. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Fry, cops, no way, I ain't talking. Hunt, you can either talk to us here or at the station. Your choice. Hunt, if you cooperate, we'll leave you in the place.
Yes. You won't speak to us? Arrested.
Say, Hunt, if you cooperate, we'll leave you in your place in peace. Fry, fine, whatever, I'll talk. Fry, I wanted to pull a little prank on that old orphanage guy. Figured it'd be funny. Fry, so about 1:30, I jacked up the brakes in his car.
Jacked up. I don't know why that's funny to me.
Fry, not much else to it. In about, no trouble. Fry, one of you cops came by later to question me, but she kept insisting I didn't do it.
Insisting.
Noel's statement. Fry claims to have visited the orphanage around 1:30 p.m. on the day of the accident. He admits to causing the accident, but Detective Swift seems to think otherwise.
Maybe he's covering for Meg. I still think she did it. I don't know.
Left bracket statement. Quote Fry Noel's statement recorded in the case file. Quote right bracket. Fry Noel's statement recorded in the case file. Justina, this quote little prank quote of yours could have killed a man. Fry Noel's statement record. Justina, you should feel ashamed of yourself. Fry, whatever you say, Greenie. Justina, Greenie, you little. Hunt, don't let him get to you. Justina, right. Justina, left Aaron. I guess we have to question him now. This is gonna be a long day, right, Aaron? Talk. Review statement. Pastries. Meg Kaniki, vandalism. White Hallback. Review pastries. Hunt, I see you're a fan of pastries. Fry, sure am. They're the perfect subjects. Fry, round, soft, sweet. This is what humans were made to eat. Justina, I prefer savory pastries myself. Fry, savory. Fry, savory pastries of the cows. Justina, I see. Justina, left Aaron. He's very opinionated, right, Aaron. Review statement. Pastries, Meg Kaniki. Justina, I hear you were classmates with Meg. Were you two friends? Justina, left Aaron. Can't imagine why anyone would want to be friends with this guy, right, Aaron? Fry, I don't know what you're talking about. Justina, HM, maybe not. Justina, never mind then. Review statement. Pastries, Meg Kaniki. Vandalism. Justina, if I can ask, why exactly did you decide to become a menace to society and vandalize people's property? Fry, art has no boundaries. I ain't gonna let my creativity be stifled by a bunch of landlords. Fry, it ain't always proper and legal. My works make a statement. Fry, you should be thanking me for making this dump of a city look better. Justina, graffiti is not making the city look better. Fry, says you, my pastries are beautiful. I just want to bring some life to all this boring concrete. Fry, just cause you can't appreciate art doesn't mean other people can't. Greenie. Review statement. Paste Meg vandalism. Whitehall Academy. Justina, I heard you attended Whitehall Academy. Did you cheat on the entrance exam or something? Fry, hey, what's that supposed to mean? And I think what she means to ask is, why not pursue your career instead of a life of petty crime? Fry, you don't think I have ways of making money? Fry, sometimes I auction off my art. I got my own little online fan base, the Dash Heads. Fry, they donate to me and stuff. Each my art one.
The Doughheads. He has a Patreon. Oh my god, no.
Justina, left
He's gonna become a streamer.
Oh, Jesus.
Justina, left Aaron. People are paying him to vandalize, right, Aaron? Justina, that's ridiculous. Why would anyone want to donate to you? Fry, jealous or something. The Dash Heads are tired of boring losers like you who try to get to keep art. Fry, spreading the love and beauty of art and dessert. That's the motto of the Dash Heads. Review statement. Paste Meg Van Whitehall back. Talk. Travel. Investigate. Cupcake. Pie. Cupcake.
Cupcake!
Pie. Roll cake. Pie. Roll cake. Eckler. Spray can back. Cupcake. Justina, that's a pretty cupcake. Fry, show the dead some respect.
Does it look like a cat?
Justina, D Dash dead. Fry, I painted this cupcake in honor of the 5th Street Big Dasher cupcakes. Fry, they made the best orange cupcakes this side of town. Fry, until they closed last week. Hunt, taken away too soon. Justina, was it really this good? Fry, course it was, that's why we honor their legacy. Hunt, rising costs caused them to sell to a corporate chain. Hunt, it's a struggle to keep a small business afloat these days. Fry, Big Dasher cupcakes will live on in our hearts. Justina, left Aaron, I feel bad for the owners, right, Aaron? Cupcake selected. Pie, Justina, looks like a slice of pie. Justina, what kind is it meant to be? Fry, it's the best kind of pie, chocolate.
Chocolate?
Justina, see
I've never had a chocolate pie.
No, me neither.
Justina,
I'd be down to.
even for me, right, Aaron?
Yeah.
Justina, left Aaron, that's too decadent, even for me, right, Aaron? Justina, hey, detective, what's your favorite kind of pie? Justina, mine would have to be a warm apple pie. My mom always bakes those for our family.
I do like apple pies.
I don't really like apples.
You absolute heretic.
Yeah, I don't really eat any fruit, man. I just don't like fruit.
Oh yeah, you've mentioned this before.
Apple is actually
Mango,
the closest to being an exception. I've eaten an apple.
Mango?
I have never eaten a mango.
This is a day of absolute sacrilege.
I know, I'm sorry.
You gotta fix
point-
that as soon as
At
possible.
some point, I'll have to eat a mango on stream.
Yeah,
even
on
though
stream,
that would be
yes.
very unpleasant.
You
Like,
gotta fix that.
I have a weird thing about textures. So, like, the texture of a lot of fruit gets to me.
Say, Justina, mine would have to be a warm
So
apple
something
pie.
like a mango would definitely get to me.
Are you sure though?
I'm not sure. We'll
Don't-
have to try it
Don't knock
sometime.
it till you try it.
Yeah, true.
Hunt, me, I'm a simple man. I like a nice cherry pie. Justina, left Aaron, great, now I'm hungry, right?
Cherry pie is good too. Fuck yeah.
Pie selected. Roll cake. Justina, what's this supposed to be? Fry, it's a roll cake, Greenie. Hunt, I always call those jelly rolls. Fry, yeah, but this one doesn't have any jelly. Justina, left Aaron, looking at all these sweets is starting to make me feel sick, right, Aaron? Justina, haven't you ever considered painting something else for a change? Justina, something healthier, like some broccoli. Fry, no way, I hate broccoli. Fry, I only paint things that bring me joy anyways. Justina, hey, broccoli can bring you joy too. Justina, you just have to cook it right. Roll cake selected. Eckler. Justina, why is this Eckler so lifeless? Fry, it's just an outline, Greenie, I haven't finished it yet. Justina, outline, you don't really seem like the type to paint with a plan in mind. Fry, my art takes a lot of time and thought, Greenie, but I wouldn't expect you to appreciate fine art. Justina, left Aaron, fine art, it's spray dash painted desserts, right Aaron? Fry, I put a lot of consideration into every drop of paint, it all comes together to form a delicious masterpiece. Justina, I see. Justina, left Aaron, I wonder how it will turn out, right Aaron? Eckler selected, spray cans. Justina, left Aaron, so much spray paint, right Aaron? Justina, left Aaron, he put his initials on these cans, too, right Aaron?
Ah, here we go.
Justina, number C48E1C and number 64D3A.
What?
Did you switch games while we weren't looking?
Yeah, Monica, what are you doing?
Save. Justina, number C48E1C and number...
I don't know what this is.
Wait, did you not have that?
I don't remember this. No.
Let's just copy that and see what. Yeah, it's all glitched.
Ah.
This is. I'll just put it here in stream chat for everyone to see.
Let's hope that's.
Hey,
Let's hope the game
what the heck are you talking about?
died.
Oh,
Justina, the colours of the spray paint. Those are hexadecimal codes.
oh,
Oh. Okay.
Hexa, what?
why did?
Justina, it's just a way of sharing colour values. Pretty necessary for computers. Colour me impressed. You figured it out just by looking at it. Justina, what can I say? I'm the daughter of two artists. Justina, left Aaron. Let's see how long it'll take for him to figure out the numbers are on the spray paint, right, Aaron?
Okay,
Spray can selected. Black.
cool.
Talk.
So we know now who FN is. I guess we don't have a way
Yes.
to like bring that up because
Not yet.
there's nothing to dispute.
Travel.
You
Investigate.
need to dispute his statement. I'll tell you that. There's
Oh.
no other statement you can dispute right now.
Review statement.
Thanks for telling me that.
Justina, left Aaron. I should listen to his statement.
Yeah.
Right,
Stuff like that I'll just tell you to save time.
Fry, I wanted to pull a little prank on that old orphanage guy. Figured it'd be funny. 1/4. Fry, so about 1:30, I jacked up the brakes in his car. 2/4. Fry, not much else to it. In about, no trouble. 3/4. Justina's up list. Class statement. Class financial ledger. Car rate receipt. Class statement. Class state list just present. Class statement. On the day of the accident, Bill had left a meeting with his landlady when the brakes in his car failed. As he was driving slowly, he was injured. Type statement obtained. Present.
Oh, where was it?
Just list. Class statement. Class financial ledger.
Who said that?
Car rate receipt.
Oh,
Insurance letter.
was
Mrs. Eubanks statement.
it?
View or vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase. Deactivate. Landlady's Meg's car. Landlady's
Yeah,
windows.
her.
Meg or rent cards. Mrs. Insure car rate present. Landlady's window. There's a quaint little window in the landlady's office. Present.
Oh, not the window.
Mrs. Eubanks card statement. Rent payment. Orphanage's lease. Meg's car. Landlady's window. Select view or vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase. Deactivate. Spray paint. Roadbox. Bill's car. Kaniki statement. Magic cabinet. Landlady's window selected. Meg's car. Orphanage's lease.
Wait, do we not have
What are you
any
looking for?
statements?
Meg's car.
You do card statement. Go down.
Orphanage present.
Oh,
Landlady's window. Close. Land present. Orphanage's lease. Meg's car. Landlady. Magic cabinet. Kaniki statement. Bill's
It's
car.
rolled the other way.
Roadbox. Spray paint. View or vertical scroll. Activate. Decrease. Deactivate. Kaniki's magic cabinet. Landlady's Meg's car. Orphanage's rent payment. Card statement. Mrs. U. Card statement. Mrs. Present. Card close. Summary. Close. Card statement. Annie claims that she performed a magic trick for Bill at 145p.m. She also claims that she saw someone running away. Right. Present. Justina. Left. Aaron. I don't think this is really relevant here. Right. Aaron. Justina. Left. Aaron. I think I'll hold off on this for now. Right. Aaron. Fry. I wanted to pull a little prank on that old orphanage guy. Figured it'd be funny. 1/4. Fry. So about 1:30, I jacked up the brakes in his car. 2/4.
You're on the right track.
Justina's list. Class statement.
maybe I just did it on the wrong.
Class financial car rate receipt. Insurance letter. Mrs. Eubanks car class financial class statement. Car rate insurance. Mrs. Eubanks view or vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase. The actual Meg's orphanage's rent payment. Card statement. Cards. Mrs. car class present selected. Justina. Left. Aaron. I don't think this is really relevant here. Right. Aaron. Justina. Left. Aaron. I think I'll hold off on this for now. Right. Aaron. Fry. I wanted to pull a little prank on that old Fry. So about 1:30, I jacked up the brakes in his car. 2/4. Fry. Not much else to it. In about, no trouble. 3/4. Fry. One of you cops came by later to question me, but she kept insisting I didn't do it. 4/4. Repeat. Fry. I wanted to pull a little prank on that old orphanage guy. Fry. So about 1:30, I jacked up the brakes in his car. 2/4. Justina Day statement. Class statement. Class financial ledger. Car rate receipt. Insurance letter. Mrs. Eubanks statement. View or vertical scroll bar.
Do we have anything else?
You do.
Activate.
There are other things. There are other statements talking about time.
Kaniki statement. Kaniki statement. Magic land Meg's orphanage rent pay card statement. Mrs. Eubanks statement. Present. Close. Kaniki statement. Meg claims she was working on Bill's car until 1:45 p.m. on the day of the crash. Bill has since hired her to present. Justina, we talked to the mechanic at the orphanage. She said she was working on the car until 1:45 p.m. Justina, you couldn't have tampered with the brakes at 1:30. She would have seen you. Fry, now you're calling me a liar. Fry, Meg's a liar, always changing her mind whenever it suits her. Hunt, no one said her name. Fry. Fry, you know what? We got nothing else to talk about, cop. Justina, do you know Meg? Fry, I ain't telling you anything. Hunt, he's hiding something. We just need to force it out of him. Justina, left Aaron, force it out of him. Right Aaron. Justina, left Aaron, a way to prove we know each other.
Force it out of him. Torture.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Present. Don't present. Justina, left Aaron, don't
Oh,
present.
don't present?
Just present.
Will
present.
that, if I click that just to see what it does, will that fuck me?
I don't know. I didn't click it, but probably
Fuck.
not.
Probably not, but let's save just in case.
Option. Control back. Main menu. Settings. Save. Load. Save. Back. Main save. Save slot 1. Someday. Are you sure you want to overwrite save slot 1? Yes. No. Save slot. Back. Justina. Left parent. Present. Don't present. Justina. Left parent. Has to be some connection between the two. Right parent. Justina. Left parent. But where else would I find it? Right parent. Review statement. Pastries. Meganiki. Vandalism. Whitehall Academy. Back. Review statement. Justina. Left parent. Hum. A way to prove fry and they know each other. Right parent. Present.
Oh, here we go.
AI just let you in there again.
Justina. Take a look at this. Fry. Justina's I.D selected. Clear statement.
My ID.
Klaus statement. Clear statement. Klaus.
I'm a police clerk.
Car rate receipt. Insurance letter. Mrs. Eubanks. Take viewport vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase. Deactivate. Spray paint. Spray paints. Rope bills. Panic magic landladies with Meg's car or finishes present. Justina. We found this scraping from the garage. Meg works it. Fry. So what? It's just a can. Justina. See the F.N there. I bet it stands for frying oil, just like your other cans. Justina. The two of you did art together. Now tell us what you know. Fry. F.N means quote found nothing quote.
Sure.
Justina. That's a weak comeback. Hunt. Meg told us all about you, Fry, about how you messed up and blamed her. Fry. It was her fault for playing dumb, not mine. Hunt. I'm having a hard time believing you.
Yeah, they did it together, I think. They were in it. They were in on it together.
Justina. Left parent. It's a pretty old bluff. He's pulling right parent. Fry. You kidding me? She asked me to come over the day twice. Fry. I bail her out, and then she turns around and spits in my face. Calls me a liar. Hunt. How did you bail her out? Exactly. Fry. You know what? Forget it. Fry. I'm not saying another word to you. Hunt. You either talk to us now, or you can stew this over in a jail cell. Your choice.
Once again, not how this
Right.
works.
Yes, you're real pushy. You know that. Fry. Look, Meg and I went to school together, took art classes and stuff. Fry. We got close, real close, but then she up and tells me she just wants to be friends. Fry. I'm like, no, whatever. So after graduating, we stayed friends, but we kind of started drifting apart. Fry. Then out of nowhere, I get some letter from her saying she changed her mind, talking about all her feelings for me. Fry. Sounds pretty sweet, right? She wants to meet up at her old room the day of the accident, around 1:50 p.m. Hunt. So what happened next? Fry. Then the weird thing happens. Around 1 o'clock p.m. she calls me and asks me to go pick up a car brake pedal for her. Fry. So I did. I brought it to her around 1:30 p.m. She gets all overjoyed and happy about it too. Fry. But then when I asked her about us and the letter, she acts like she has no idea what I was talking about. Fry. Can you believe that? She really used me. Just plays the sick jerk, then wants to act like I'm the one lying about it. Fry. I ain't one to let that slide, so I just took those stupid brakes and left. Justina. So you didn't mess with the brakes in Bill's car? Fry. No, I didn't. Hunt. Then why take the credit? Fry. Apparently some lady from there saw me leaving and decided to blame me for it. Fry. So I decided to roll with it. If people think I nearly killed a man and got away with it, nobody would want to mess with me.
Great.
This is logic.
Yeah, well, it's in
He's
character.
the teenager. It tracks.
Justina. Did Meg tell you why she wanted the brakes? Fry. I didn't ask. She ordered them online, so I grabbed it.
Right, so it was her. They actually weren't in it. Okay. She's, yeah.
Hunt. Do you still have it? Fry. I returned it. Money probably got refunded to her card.
Wait, return.
Hunt. Fry. Justina. Did Meg tell you why she wanted the brake? Fry. I didn't ask. She ordered them online, so I grabbed it. Hunt. Do you still have it?
Grabbed it.
Them is probably correct, but
Fry. I returned it. Money probably got refunded to her card. Fry. I don't have a use for a car brake, and just because she used me doesn't mean I'm gonna steal her stuff. Hunt. I see. Thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Noyle. Fry. PSH. Whatever. Just get out of here and leave me alone already. Love letter. A letter from Meg sent to Fry Noyle, professing her love for him and asking him to meet her at the orphanage around 1:50 p.m. Unused car brakes. Apparently, Meg requested Fry to buy replacement car brakes around 1 o'clock p.m. the day of the accident. However, Fry never delivered them. Justina. So what now? Hunt. We got a new lead to follow up on. Let's check it out. Left bracket lead. New lead added to the case file. Right bracket. New lead added to the case file. New lead added to the case file. Pastries.
I still wish we could actually review the case file. C?
Meganiki.
E maybe.
Evidence selected.
Oh.
Profiles.
Wait.
Evidence view or vertical scroll bar. Evidence profiles. Summary. Close.
Yeah, that's it. E. It's E.
Justina's I.D. Justina Smith. Justina's I.
Well, shit.
Justina's I. Justina's I. Selected. Clear statement. Klaus statement.
Okay.
Klaus car brake insurance. Mrs. View. Evidence profile. Summary. Profiles. Summary.
Summary.
Summary selected. Close.
I've never actually looked at this.
Me
Detective
either,
brief.
to be honest.
Close. Detective's brief. Investigation log. Leads. Statements. Evidence. Profiles. Summary selected.
Oh, man.
Close. Summary proof evidence.
Wait, evidence? That's probably the same screen as...
That's the tab, yeah, for the evidence.
Profiles.
That's the first screen you start on. Then profiles is like
Summary selected.
descriptions
Oh,
of
this
characters.
this is just...
Statements.
Okay, because it's
Evidence.
one after the other, so I thought it was the
Statement.
same
Leads.
thing.
Investigation log. Detective's brief. Investigation log. Detective's brief. Detective's brief. 5 weeks ago, on the 14th of March, around 2 o'clock p.m. Police were notified of a car accident at the Klaus orphanage. Bill Klaus, the orphanage's director, crashed into a tree after a brake failure. Our investigation found that the brakes had been purposefully tampered with, classifying the case as attempted homicide. A witness reported seeing an unknown suspect fleeing the scene around the time of the accident. However, our investigation failed to conclusively identify the culprit. Detective Sophie Swift. Evidence. Profiles. Summary selected. Close. Detective's brief. Investigation log. Investigation log. According to Chandra, 25,000 pounds were embezzled from the Klaus charity. It seems a certain monocled man stole the proof. However, turns out, Sophie's first case happened at the orphanage. I added her report to the case summary. Bill Klaus invited us into his quote office. Bill and Detective Hunt are pretty close. Maybe I should meet up with my old high school friends. Mrs. Eubank decided to meet with the landlady after our morning meeting. Those two mixed like water and oil. We met with Meg, the mechanic at the orphanage. It doesn't seem like she knew anything about the embezzlement, but she was here on the day of the car accident. Oh great. Ash, city's most annoying kid is our witness. If he's the culprit, I'll catch him no matter what. Turns out the boy didn't do it. Good thing Sophie didn't arrest him when she had the chance. Maybe I was too quick to judge. Evidence. Profiles. Summary selected. Close. Detective investigation leads. Leads, find out who is behind BG Turtles, LLC, investigate the class orphanage for clues, investigate Bill Class office, investigate the landlady's office, question the alleged brave bandit, investigate the motel garage, question Megan Kaneki about the car brakes. Find out who is behind BG Turtles, LLC, investigate. Find viewport vertical scroll bar. Find viewport vertical evidence. Profiles. Summary selected. Proof evidence. Evidence selected. Pastries. Back. Whitehall Academy. Vandalist. White back. Talk. Travel. Investigate. Travel. Outside. Talk. Chandelier. Bill Klaus. Annie Card. Megan Kaneki. Frying oil.
We talked about everyone else, right?
Annie Card. Megan Kaneki.
Just Fry.
Yeah, I wonder if this one's changed. Now that we know some more info.
Justina.
Try that
Seems
one.
like a pretty skilled mechanic, especially at only 18.
No, it hasn't. Okay.
Justina. When I was 18,
Yep.
I'd skipping, field, hunt. Say hunt, but really, you're pretty skilled at detective work. Hunt, you might even run me up, skipping, field. Say hunt, who said you can't get those? Hunt, if you ever wanted. Hunt, that is. Justina, left Aaron, I think I'll just stick to what I'm comfortable with. Paperwork is nice and safe, Chandelier. Bill, Annie, Megan, Penny, Frying oil. Justina, of all the people to be involved in this case, it just had to be the Dash Boy. Hunt, you've got quite a grudge against him. Justina, that's because he won't stop vandalizing our shop. Justina, art belongs in a museum, not on the side of my dad's store. Justina, customers equate graffiti to crime, and crime means fewer customers. Justina, he's been at this for the past 2 months. Every time we try to run him off, he comes right back. Hunt, unfortunately, vandalism is a tough crime to fight against. Hunt, even if we had infinite resources to throw at the problem, there will always be more graffiti to deal with. Justina, left Aaron, one way or another, I'll take you down, the Dash Boy right Aaron. Chandelier. Bill, Annie, Megan, Fry not back. Talk. Travel. Director's office, landlady's office, garage. Talk. Review statement. Justina, left Aaron, I should. Meg, the car I was rebuilding already had brakes, but I found out they were all worn out. 1/4. Meg, Annie usually helps me with parts, but she didn't have any brakes I could use, so I got them myself. 2/4. Meg, I ordered them online, and then I went and picked them up when I got off work. 3/4. Justina's I deselected.
No.
Class 5 car insure Mrs. Eubanks viewport vertical scroll bar. Activate. Increase. Deactivate. Noel statement. Noel statement. Wrote Bill's Kaneki's magic cap landlady present. Noel statement. Fry claims to have visited the orphanage around 1:30 p.m. on the day of the accident. He admits to causing the accident, but Detective Swift seems to think otherwise. Type evidence obtained. Graffiti present.
Oh, that's
Land magic.
Keep scrolling.
Noel
Yeah,
statement.
there's
Evidence
more
selected.
stuff
Viewport
below
vertical
that.
scroll bar.
Scroll down.
Increase. Deactivate. Unused car brakes. Love letter. Unused car brakes. Unused car. Love Noel. Wrote Bill's Kanek present. Unused close. Unused car brakes. Apparently, Meg requested Fry to bar replacement present. Justina, an interesting thing happened today. We paid a visit to the donor, Frying oil. Justina, he claims that you asked him to pick up those car brakes for you just before the accident. Justina, you two got into a fight about something, and so he left with them. Justina, you didn't pick up those brakes. Tell us the truth. Meg, I. Hunt, please, Meg, don't keep lying. Meg, it was an accident, I swear. Hunt, tell us what happened. Meg, it was me. I broke the brakes. Meg, I was under the steering wheel of the car, and I must have been putting my weight on the pedal. Meg, I thought it would be fine, but I ended up snapping the bridge in half. Meg, that's when I asked Fry for help. Meg, after he left with them, I tried using metal glue and tape to repair it temporarily. Meg, then I went on break hoping it would be fine. Meg, but then it failed when Bill tried to drive it. Hunt, was Bill aware of this? Meg, I was going to tell him, but he got back before I finished my break. I didn't have a chance to tell him. Meg, the glue and tape must have come off while he was driving. Meg, I didn't get to explain what happened until after the crash. Justina, hold on, if it was an accident, why didn't you tell the police that? Meg, if my boss found out that I nearly killed a customer, I'd have been fired for sure. Meg, the landlady said she saw someone leaving the parking lot, and so that's who took the blame. Meg, Bill and I never told her the truth, we just agreed her side of the story. Hunt, so he was trying to protect you. Justina, the person leaving, was that Fry? Justina, he said he left at 1:30. How could the landlady have seen him? Meg, I don't know. Meg, maybe he lingered around a bit. He was very upset about that stupid letter. Meg, I told him I didn't write it, but he didn't believe me. Meg, that was the last time we spoke. Hunt, if you didn't write it, then who did? Meg, I don't know. It must have been a cruel prank. Left bracket statement. Love letter updated. Right bracket. Love letter updated. Meg, I'm really sorry about everything. Love letter updated. Meg, I'm really sorry about everything. Meg, I'm really sorry about everything.
the plot thickens.
Say, Meg, I'm really sorry. Hunt, don't be. Bill should have told me. Justina, detective, what do you do? Hunt, hum.
Whoa.
Say, Hunt, I was really looking forward to catching the one who hurt my friend.
Oh, here we go.
Hunt, but not like this. Hunt, Ms. Assistant, I need you to do me a favor. Hunt, head back to the station with Meg. Hunt, we need her to give us the full facts of this case. Meg, am I under arrest? Hunt, it's just a routine procedure as long as you'll come willingly. Hunt, if you cooperate, I'll make sure this doesn't appear on your criminal record. Hunt, can you do that? Meg, I understand. I'll go. Justina, what about you? Hunt, I'll keep investigating what we actually came here for. Hunt, tell the others I said hello. Left bracket lead completed, right bracket, lead completed, broken brakes. Meg claims that she accidentally snapped the brakes on Bill's car less than an hour before the crash. Nobody was informed about it. Broken brakes. Meg claims that she accidentally snapped the brakes. The 24th of April, 12:40 p.m. Magic City Police Precinct number 5 station lobby. Justina, I brought a guest with me.
I would maybe recommend we put a pause in here. The way this case is structured,
Paper version.
you have this first investigation, and then you continue in the same investigation section, but you're investigating the embezzlement more directly, and then you go into interrogation. So I think this is probably the best pause spot.
Okay.
Say, Justina, I'm back. I brought a guest with me.
So, do we not have interrogation now?
Not right now, no. There'll be another section of investigation, but it's long. Like, we won't get it done this stream. Please
Okay.
let me have another look through and make sure I'm right on.
Well, let's just go through this.
So, I was expecting you to. Detective Hunt called and told me what happened. So, I thought I told you that this case was closed, but I suppose we can worry about it later. So, Miss Kaneki, right, I'm CPO, and I'm the head clerk here. Do you mind coming with me? I want to get the full story. Meg, sure, okay. Justina, don't worry, Meg, just tell her the truth and everything will be fine. Justina, left Aaron, well, I hope she'll be okay, right, Aaron? Hold on, Justy, you're back. Justina, S-Sophie, don't surprise me like that. Swift, sorry, I'm just happy to see you. Swift, you solved the case. Swift, if you keep going like this, you'll be a full detective before you know it. Justina, thanks. Justina, but I wish you could have been there. This was your first case. Swift, don't worry about it. Better to be solved by you than let it go cold forever. Justina, but... Swift, no buts. We still have a bigger case to solve, so chin up. Swift, how did things at the orphanage go? Did you and Red find anything on DG Turtles? Justina, no, nothing at all. Whatever's going on, it looks like the orphanage has nothing to do with it. Swift, well, I did some digging myself. From what I could find, the charity could legally transfer the money. Swift, as long as it was agreed to by both the charity and the orphanage. Swift, the money would also need to be used within the confines of what's permissible for charity money. Swift, specifically, it can't be used for the benefit of anyone at the charity or the orphanage. Swift, but I couldn't find anything on DG Turtles, LLC itself. Justina, so where do we even go from here? If only we still had Chandra's proof.
Case number 3, no. Case number 3 is nowhere near done.
No, we have another good chunk of it left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had another look in the guide. I'd say like what's left is about 4 to 5 minutes or so. So I'd say
Of
probably
what? Investigation?
of investigation, and then into the interrogation section.
Okay, well, we'll stop it here, but let's just go through the...
Yeah, like finish this scene,
Yeah.
but then pause before we go into the
So
next.
where do we even go from here?
bit.
If only we still had Chandra's proof. Swift, HM. Swift, well, why don't we try talking to her again? Justina, who? Chandra? Swift, yeah, maybe she can point us in the right direction. It's worth a shot. Anyways. Justina, you've got a point. Let's go. Swift, you wait in the interrogation room. I'll go grab Chandra. The 24th of April, 12:50 p.m. Magic City Police Precinct number 5 interrogation room. Swift, good afternoon. Chandra, how are you holding up? Chandra, as well as I could be, given everything. Chandra, did you find out anything? Justina, unfortunately not. We don't have much to go off of right now. Justina, all we have is your claim, but without any proof, we've got nothing. Swift, we thought you could help us. Chandra, well, I'll help however I can. Chandra, what do you want to know? Swift, I wanted to ask, why exactly did you decide to steal half the money from the safe? Swift, you must have had a reason. Chandra, I thought I went over this before, but I guess I can explain it again. Chandra, Owen had me help him with the accounting work for the charity money. Chandra, while I was going over the numbers, I learned that part of the money was missing. Chandra, I got further, and that's when I was able to find the name BG Turtles, LLC. Chandra, so the amount of money that was supposed to be in the safe wasn't there. Chandra, if we took half the money in the safe, it would make it obvious what the true amount was. Chandra, then the Eubanks would be exposed for their theft. Left bracket statement, quote Chandra's second statement recorded in the case file, quote right bracket, Chandra's second statement recorded in the case file. Swift, that's pretty clever. Chandra's second, Justina, so how much money was supposed to be in the safe? Chandra, roughly 380,000 arms. Justina, then it means the amount that was actually in the safe was 355,000 arms. Justina, left Aaron, wait, Justina, that's it, right Aaron. Justina, Sophie, the police recorded the amount of money in the safe, right? Swift, they should have, I'll go check with Sue. Justina, we'll need to confirm the fundraiser amount as well. Do you know where we might find a record of that? Chandra, well, the Eubanks should have it. Justina, left Aaron, right, I doubt we'll get them to cooperate with us willingly, right Aaron? Justina, I don't think either of the Eubanks would be happy if we showed up at the estate again. Swift, well, we could always try their office in the city. Swift, I'm sure they have records there. Justina, good idea, let's give it a shot then. Justina, thank you for your help, Chandra. Chandra, good luck. Left bracket lead, new lead added to the case file, right bracket, new lead added to the case file, new lead added to the case file. Justina, left Aaron, I hate to keep bothering Chandra, but she's the only chance we have, right Aaron? Justina, left Aaron, could the Eubanks really have stolen the money themselves, right Aaron? Justina, left Aaron, if so, then why, right Aaron? Justina, left Aaron, maybe it's like Detective Hunt said, they do it because they can, right Aaron? Justina, left Aaron, but I can't shake the feeling there's more to this story, right Aaron? Swift, hey, Justy, I'm back. Justina, Sophie, what did you find out? Swift, you were right, there were about 355,000 arms recovered from the safe money. Justina, aha, now we just have to find the Eubanks records, and they'll have nothing to hide behind. Swift, you're all pumped up all of a sudden. Justina, it's just after seeing what Chandra went through with her filing, and how much the orphanage means to Detective Hunt. Justina, I can't let all of it be in vain. Justina, it's up to us to solve this case now. Swift, that's the spirit, I like this side of you, Justy. Justina, anyways, let's head out, we can take the police cruiser. Swift, why would we ever do that when we have Zephyr? Justina, H dash, Justina, hang on, I still haven't recovered from the last time we wrote that. Justina, left Aaron, my head and stomach was spinning for the whole next day, right Aaron? Swift, or, come on, we'll get there so much faster. Swift, just hold on to me, Sammy, you'll be fine. Justina, but... Justina, left Aaron, needless to say, I hugged the ground as soon as we arrived, right Aaron? The 24th of April, 1:30 p.m. Eubank Investments lobby. Justina, wow, so this is Eubank Investments. Justina, it's just as cold and dreary as I expected. Justina, they could at least hang a painting or two. Colon, excuse me, can I help you with something? Justina, a dash, Justina, Olga. Justina, left Aaron, why does every person in this city sneak up on me, right Aaron? Swift, we're with the Azure City Police. I'm Detective Sophie Swift, and this is my assistant, Justina Smith. Colon, police officers. Colon, well, Eubank Investments is always happy to cooperate with the police. What can I assist you with, officers?
You good?
No, I'm listening to the music because it reminds me of...
Reminds me of like circus music,
It rem-
probably.
It reminds me of a Final Fantasy track, I think.
Oh.
I was like, wait, did they steal the track from Final Fantasy? Surely not.
That would be very fun.
Justina, left Aaron. At this point, you might as well just hand me a badge, right, Aaron? Justina, well, you could start with your name. Colon, oh, my apologies. How rude of me. Lowell, my name is Lowell Ledger, Executive Assistant.
Lowell Ledger? Didn't Lowell get mentioned before?
Yes, that is the person. What's his name? Oh my god. Owen was talking to at the end of case 2.
Right. Okay.
Telling him to go
BG Turtles.
dig up info on BG Turtles, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah, dig up info. So they didn't know about BG Turtles. So it wasn't
Yeah,
them.
he just said, like, find out about it. That's what I recall.
So it wasn't them then. Okay, interesting.
Left bracket profile. Lowell Ledger added to your profiles. Right bracket. Lowell Ledger added to your profiles. Lowell. Now, was there some reason for your visit? Lowell Ledger added to your profiles. Lowell. Now,
This
was
is
there some reason
the-
for your visit? Lowell. Now.
Harry Potter method of naming where you do the last name, you know,
Based on your job.
based on the character.
Lowell. Now, was there some reason for your visit? Swift, we're here to investigate the class charity. I'm aware that Eubank Investments handles the fundraising. Lowell, class charity. Lowell, I'm sorry, but you'll have to take up this matter with the president. Justina, left Aaron, president, right Aaron. Swift, well, can we speak with him then? Lowell, I'm afraid he's not here at the moment. He's a very busy man. Justina, hang on a moment, we didn't come here just to be turned away. Justina, we suspect someone involved with the charity may have embezzled some of the money. Justina, all we need is to verify the amount that was raised. Surely you could help us with that. Justina, that is, if you have nothing to hide. Lowell. Lowell, embezzlement? Lowell, yes, I believe I can help you with that. One moment, please. Justina, left Aaron, well, that certainly got him in the mood to cooperate, right Aaron? Justina, what do you make of all of this, Sophie? Justina, do you really think the Eubanks are hiding something? Swift, you saw Chandra's files. There's clearly something Mr. Eubank doesn't want us knowing about. Swift, as for why, I'm not sure, but right now, we should confirm that Chandra's info is correct. Justina, you're right, by the way, about the accident case. Swift, I don't have much to say on it. I'm just glad you and Red were able to solve it. Justina, I just thought you should know your early investigation was invaluable to us. Justina, without you, we wouldn't have been able to track down the Dashboy. Justina, that was what led us back to Meg in the first place. Swift, I should have figured all of it out on my own. Swift, Red trained me himself. He vouched for me to take on the car crash case. Swift, and I failed him, I failed Bill, and I failed myself. Justina, that's not true. You're a great detective. Justina, you could have arrested Fry as soon as you found him. I certainly would have. Justina, but you didn't. You even wrote why in the case file. Justina, quote, I spoke with the primary suspect, Fry Noyle. He said he broke the brakes and his motive was to gain street cred, quote. Justina, quote, but when asked for details, he refused to explain how he broke the brakes, quote. Justina, quote, given how upfront he was about motive and opportunity, not explaining the means is unusual, quote. Justina, quote, this has led me to believe he is lying and is not our culprit. Justina, quote, with no other evidence, I have no grounds to keep Fry Noyle as a suspect, quote. Justina, now tell me, were you honest when you wrote that? Swift, I was. Justina, then you knew you did the right thing. Justina, today, Bill told us, quote, a lot of employers turn people down for a criminal record, no matter how small, quote. Justina, you stopped that. No matter what I think of him, he shouldn't be arrested for crimes he didn't commit. Justina, if you ask me, that makes you a great detective. Swift, you really mean it. Justina, I do, and we're going to prove it now. Justina, we'll crack this embezzlement case and reveal the Eubank secrets. Lowell, ahem. Justina, a dash. Justina, Ogre. Justina, left Aaron, not again. How long has he been listening to us, right Aaron? Lowell, here is the file you so politely requested. Lowell, take a look. I assure you, all of our dealings are above board. Swift, we'll see about that. Justina, left Aaron, let's see. It's a pretty boring financial document. Thankfully, I'm pretty good at reading those, right Aaron? Justina, total amount funds raised. Justina, 380,017 arms.
And 17.
Yeah, very important.
Charity money, according to the recovered charity money and class charity records, approximately 25,000 arms are unaccounted for from the fundraised money. Swift, Mr. Ledger, are you absolutely certain that this is the correct amount? Lowell, I can attest to its accuracy. Is there some sort of problem with that amount? Reveal. Don't reveal. Justina, left Aaron, should I reveal the discrepancy to him? Right Aaron, reveal, don't reveal. Justina, left load. Save. Back. Main menu. Save. Save slot 1. Sunday. Are you sure you want save slot 1? Yes. Back. Justina, left Aaron, reveal. Don't reveal. Justina, we're just double dash checking the amounts. Lowell, are you hiding something from me, officer?
Did anyone kick the bucket? No.
No, we've had no fatalities.
Justina, I'm not an officer. I'm just a clerk. Justina, and it's none of your business. Lowell. Swift, thank you for your help, Mr. Ledger. Justina, so now what? Swift, I think it's time to go have a chat with Mr. Eubank about this.
Oh, so it does change. Look at that. It changes.
Yeah, that one is a choice.
Shit.
Justina, left Aaron, with the proof we have, it's sure to be a contentious confrontation, right Aaron? Left bracket area, you can now travel to the Eubank estate, right bracket, you can now travel to the Eubank estate. Swift, we'll head out when you're ready. You can now travel to the Eubank estate. Swift, do you mind if we linger here for a second, Mr. Ledger? Lowell, if you must. Left bracket lead, new lead added to the case file, right bracket, new lead added to the case file, new lead added to the case file. Talk. Travel, invest. Talk.
Okay, I want
Save, load
to
options.
load and see the other scene.
Main menu, load. Load slot 1, Sunday. Load slot 1, Sunday. Loading all news unsafe. Load slot 1, yes. Reveal. Justina, Mr. Ledger, is it true that Owen Eubank stored all the fundraised money himself?
Whoa!
Lowell, he did, yes.
What?
What the
Justina, we
fuck?
counted the amount of money that was stored in the safe. There's about 25,000 pounds missing from the total amount. Say, Justina, we counted the amount of money that was stored in
Oh
the safe.
yeah, no,
There's
this is
about
fine.
Lowell, M dash missing, you say? Lowell, well, I wouldn't know anything about that. Justina, left Aaron, like his story, right Aaron. Swift, thank you for your help, Mr. Ledger. Justina, so, now what?
Huh.
Swift, I think it's time to
Yeah,
go
yeah,
have a
that's
chat
right.
with Mr. Eubank about this.
I don't know if is that gonna matter later? That choice? I don't think so.
I don't know how much it matters.
Say, Swift, I think it's time to go have a chat with Mr. Eubank about this. Justina, left Aaron, with the proof we have. It's sure to be a
Well-
contentious confrontation, right, Aaron? Left bracket area. You can now travel to the Ubanker stage, right bracket. You can now travel to the Ubanker stage. Dot. Swift,
Whatever.
we'll head out when
Let's
you're
go
ready.
with this, I guess.
Swift, do you mind if we linger here for a second, Mr. Ledger? Lowell, if you must. Left bracket lead. New lead added to the case file, right bracket. New lead added to the case file. New lead added to travel. Investigate.
All right.
Talk.
We'll stop it here.
Yeah. So there is a second like portion of investigation, if you will, in
Mhm.
this section where you look at the embezzlement. So we'll stop
Yeah.
for right now.
Yeah.
It's not as long as this one. Like it's not as long, but it would be like another at least half an hour, probably 45 minutes.
Main menu. Save. Save slot 1. Sunday, the 4th of May. Are you sure you want to
So
write
yeah,
and save?
we will
Save
see
slot
you
1. Yes.
guys
Back.
next week for part 3 of Paper Perjury,
Yep.
where we will finish case 3 and probably, depending, maybe staircase 4.
So it might be more than 4 streams.
Yeah, it might be 5. We'll see how things go next stream, how time works out.
Yeah. But yeah, I am having fun with this game.
It is a very fun game. I like
even
it.
though sometimes the like it's sometimes difficult to figure out what you're supposed to present.
Yeah, it can get very overwhelming. Also, good night, Philip.
Yeah, good night.
The UI doesn't help with that. It makes reading through your evidence very clunky.
Yeah,
So you need to have a fairly good memory.
yeah,
But it is fun despite that.
yeah. It's good. I like that we have a game like this that we
Yeah.
can play.
I think because the next case, case 4, is my favorite case in the game.
Oh,
I really enjoy case 4. Case 4 is fun.
oh, okay. Exciting. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, that has been that for this stream of Paper Perjury. That's a good pop filter check. Paper Perjury.
It really is. Also, Paladin of the Sky.
Ah, I knew. If I wasn't gonna do it, you were gonna do it.
Yeah, one of us had to.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, it didn't pop, so you have a good pop filter.
Excellent,
Or-
excellent. Unlike the original.
Rather, you have a windscreen, if I remember correctly. You don't actually.
I don't think I do.
You do. You have the mic condom, right?
Yeah, I have that. I
Yeah,
don't
that's the
have
windscreen.
like the other one. I think that's the pop filter.
The pop filter is what I have. Yeah, it's like a thing.
Yeah, I have one, but I never put it on.
Well, no, a pop filter is a thing in front of the mic.
Yeah, I have one of them, but I never
Oh, you do?
like, used it.
Oh.
Because it was really clunky and got in the way, and kind of
Okay.
the way I store
like
my
having it.
microphone, it got tangled a bit, so I didn't
Mhm.
like it.
I like having this pop filter because, in addition to stopping pops, it also makes me not be on the actual mic. Like it physically prevents me from, being on the mic, which is what I like.
Yeah, fair.
I
Makes sense.
generally, I don't know, because I don't see the mic. I like getting up close to it, so I know I'm talking into the mic and not randomly somewhere else.
Yeah, I just kind of I lean a little bit.
So I like having the pop filter in front of it, so I'm not right on the mic, and that way I can adjust exactly how far I want to be away from the mic, so I can be, and then I'm on the pop filter instead of right on the mic.
Yeah, that does make sense.
But yeah,
Also, it was season 8, Philip. Of course it was
season 8. Yeah, we not just the tall god. Everybody dislikes it.
Everyone with a brain.
Everyone with a brain, yeah. Even some people without a brain. Like that season
true.
is so bad. I'm pretty sure most people dislike it. You have to be that bad. Like some things, like the endings of certain other shows, people generally like. Apparently, people
Mhm.
think it's one of the best endings in TV history somehow. I don't know.
Ah,
Yeah, you saw that article. I don't know if you read it, but
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's
like it's one of the best endings in. I was like, what? Why?
that was Screen Rant though. I kind of dismissed a lot of what
It is Screen
does.
Rant. It's true. Yeah, but I don't know. Can they just say something like that? Like it's
Yeah, they can
widely
just
regarded.
say shit, man. They can just say shit. They regularly just say some bullshit.
Yeah, I'm glad Pitch Meetings moved away to its own
Yeah.
channel, so I don't have to be subscribed to them anymore.
Yep.
Because that's the only thing. Like I was subscribed to Screen Rant, but only for Pitch Meetings.
Did he move all the old ones over as well?
I don't know. But I have a playlist of them. I don't know which channel they're on, but I have a playlist of them. But yeah, so that's it for the stream before we go too far into tangents.
Yeah, random tangent bullshit.
Uh,
We will see you all next week for some
yeah.
more of this.
Yeah. Do the stuff. Join the
Yeah.
Discord. Leave a like, comment. There's a phantom comment on the first stream.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
I
Whoever
don't
that
know.
commenter is, please identify yourself.
I don't know how that happened.
I wonder
But,
did the
like,
comment get like blocked by YouTube?
YouTube says one comment, and it says it everywhere in the dashboard on the YouTube studio and everything. But when I go to look at it, there's no comment. Like with all the,
I wonder did like their
I go
filters
to the
block?
held. I go to the held comments. It's not there either.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I don't know.
So I don't know.
It
maybe-
must have just been so bad. They were like, nope,
Maybe
we
they
just removed
deleted
this.
it. Maybe the commenter deleted the comment and
Yeah, that's also a
the count
possibility.
just stayed somehow. I don't know.
Which is weird.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah. Leave actual comments, not ghost ones. And we'll see you next time for more of this. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Philip says, no. If your YouTube broke, then everyone YouTube broke. Which is true.
Yeah.
YouTube is just generally broken.
YouTube likes, yeah, YouTube enjoys some jank from
Mhm.
time to time.
I like how there's no durations on videos on desktop now. So
Oh yeah, no, we don't need those.
Mm-mm.
Who needs to know how
Yeah.
long the video
Yeah.
is?
it's kind of funny how much I miss that information. Like I don't click on random videos now when I'm on desktop. I see it and I'm like, how long is this? I don't know. If it was a 5-minute video, like, because that's, if it's a 5-minute video, I'm like, I'll watch it. But if it's a 50-minute video, fuck that.
Yeah.
And now I don't have the information, so I just generally assume, it's probably longer. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's silly.
But yeah, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night.
Thunderstep Gaming.